so strong. You've been down for me throughout the years. No matter what went wrong, you would catch my tears. And you would always be there, doing everything for me. And you, all the angels got sent to me. And you, smile at me, and my day gets better. And you, make everything okay when we're together.
Deserve a standing ovation for being the one who helped me change my life.
Change my life.
You deserve a standing ovation for being the one who helped me make things right.
You raised me the best you could. Through the thick and the thin, you did what a parent should. You're my hero, the best part of me. You are so much more than love, you're the air I breathe. And you would always be there, doing everything for me. And you, all the angels got sent to me. And you, smile at me, and my day gets better. Make everything okay when we're together.
Deserve a standing ovation for being the one who helped me
Help me change my life. You deserve it,
deserve a standing ovation
for being the one, being the one,
make things right.
make things right.
Graduations, birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays.
Family and friends all around.
Wedding, anniversary, a boy for you and a girl for me.
Baby, that's what living's all about.
Deserve a standing ovation for being the one who helped me change my life.
Change my life, change my life.
Deserve a standing ovation for
You deserve, you deserve.
help me make things right.
Make things right, I know.
Deserve a standing ovation
You deserve, you deserve.
help me
You deserve, you deserve. You deserve, you deserve.
deserve a standing ovation
Make things right.
Place this evening. You deserve a song.
Yeah. I don't like to go to the gym, baby, but I like working out with you, darling. I can get my sweat on every night and day. Can I work out with you, baby? Can I work out with you, darling? I don't like to do push-ups, pull-ups, or anything physical other than you.
going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Welcome, welcome to the #1 show that you will hear anywhere in this country or any other continent in the world. You're listening to Out of the Blue, starring Blue Mitchell. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Welcome, welcome to the #1 show that you will hear anywhere in this country or any other continent in the world. You're listening to Out of the Blue, starring Blue Mitchell, Maria,
Hey, it's your girl Maria,
and your boy Danny Green. Out of the blue, y'all. Where anything might come out of our mouths, out of the blue.
A good opinion is everything.
Yeah.
Maria,
It's Maria.
and your boy Danny Green. This show will contain anything you may think you might not hear.
You know when you can't get back? Time.
Which means it's out of the blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay.
We'll say something that you may not even think we may not be thinking about.
Are you
I know.
for real?
Hi. Can you
Pay
hear me, Nick?
attention,
Hey,
everybody.
Nick.
Understand.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
That's why the show is called Out of the Blue.
Blue Mitchell.
A good opinion is everything.
Hello.
They said that out of the blue. We used to hear that phrase all the time. Man, that came out of the blue. Now, every week you can listen to a show called Out of the Blue. Your host, Blue Mitchell. Your co-host, Maria,
It's Maria.
D Green, a.k.a. Black, a.k.a. D Grizzle. Your boy, Danny Green. You want to learn about life?
What the hell?
You want to learn about love? You want to learn about fashion? Whatever you want to learn about, Blue Mitchell will say it out of the blue.
3 opinions.
Man, come on. Turn your dial. Keep your dial. At this station.
Hey, what's going on? You've just arrived on the planet of Out of the Blue. And on this planet, I got my co-host, Maria.
Hey, Blue.
Haha. And the comedy extraordinaire, D Green.
D Green, what's cracking?
Man, how was y'all week?
Maria, you know, I'm always a gentleman.
Huh?
Thank you. Mine
Sometime.
was great. I had a wonderful week so far. Oh, today's Thursday already. I had a great weekend.
Got a
had a
car,
fun
didn't you?
weekend.
Didn't you get a new
Car
car?
was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
This weekend was a birthday celebration.
Oh, whose birthday?
okay.
Yours?
No, a friend.
I didn't think so.
Friend. A friend. I hate. Was it a
Mine's just
female or male?
Male.
Okay, so what y'all do?
It was
Ooh,
festivities
start
all
stuttering
weekend.
in
Yeah,
that
when you
thing.
start
I'm like,
stuttering,
what
you're
we
lying.
do?
Yeah.
It was festivities all weekend.
It was in the
I had a
festivity.
girlfriend come in town this weekend.
Okay, from where?
Delaware.
How she look?
Oh,
Hey,
Delaware.
Nicole.
Hey,
How
Nicole,
look?
how
She's
she look?
cute.
Hook up Nicole. I'm single.
Mm-mm.
Why?
No.
Oh, you don't want her to be happy?
Hilarious.
You want her to be happy?
You wanted to hate on her happy.
Yeah.
Okay, no doubt. But I saw the picture of Nicole. Is Nicole from is she Polynesian? Got a little Polynesian?
Oh, you saw the pitch?
I saw a picture just a few minutes ago.
Yep, because you was late.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is Nicole? Is she Polynesian?
She
got
is
any?
not.
Oh, she ain't got no.
What is she?
What is she?
She's
I mean, I know she's black.
she's biracial.
Okay,
Biracial.
biracial.
What's that mean?
She got black in her.
Yep.
So,
But what's the other
know
nationality?
biracial only
She's
means
black
you're
and
black?
white.
She black and white?
Oh,
People
just
have to
regular
ask
white?
What people's nationality is.
Huh?
He did.
Well, people ask me all the time what my
Yeah, I think it's
nationality
rude.
is.
What did they ask you?
They said, "What nationality are you?" And I
They
tell them,
actually say
They
that.
say,
Oh, yeah.
They say black or
"Oh,
cold.
what I don't
Black
know."
what?
Black or cold.
Yeah, hilarious,
So rude.
hilarious. Because I don't look black. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm Jap Italian.
Jap Italian.
That's Japanese Italian. That means I like
I
soy
know
sauce in my
what that
linguine.
Damn,
Okay.
soy sauce in a linguine. Damn, that sounds tasty about right now. Soy sauce in a linguine.
All right,
That was a
so
lot. That was a tongue
Y'all want to know
twister,
how my motherfucker we went?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That
forgot.
was
Shit,
about-
shit.
See, I finally be quiet.
Yeah.
And they
You-
forgot
you
I was over this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Damn.
We was gonna ask you later.
Okay.
About the same time you got it.
Hilarious.
Oh, damn. Shots fired.
What'd you do this weekend, dog?
Not a goddamn thing.
Wait,
No,
I thought you went to
I did.
the festivals.
I did. Last week I finished up with the film festival. This week all I've been really doing, man, was on my computer. A little bit. I want to start the gym next week, but working on trying to push to get this deal with releasing the trailer next week. And then I hung out on Tuesday night with some good friends of mine. We had some drinks and.
Who'd you hang out with?
Well, I hung out with Blue and somebody else.
Oh yeah, that's true.
See?
That's right.
See?
We
I
did.
can't with him.
I did. We did. We
I-
did hang out.
See how it is?
Yeah, Maria tried to shut it down quick.
She tried to, as she
She
always
was
does.
She was trying to shut it down quick. She was in the conversation going, is there a point?
Yeah, can we move?
Stop.
Is there a point in the
Hey,
conversation?
Nick, my pain meant nothing.
Yeah. I mean, nothing.
My
He's like,
life, yeah.
and Daddy had to just automatically just say, you know what? I think this is the time that we're trying to get to know each other.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
the-
You know it had to be an issue when I had
She's
to
like,
say
oh, I'm sorry.
And
I
then-
didn't know that was the subject of opinion. I
And-
didn't know
and-
that's what we were
and-
doing.
And Blue, it was so bad. What I say? I said, you know what? Y'all just go ahead. I'm gonna just shut down.
Yeah, I'm gonna just shut down.
Stop.
'Cause
I
I
was
You don't need to know
right
nothing
there.
about me.
My life means nothing.
Nothing.
Not true.
Yeah.
I was right there. I felt your pain.
You
All
didn't
of
feel
it.
shit. You said,
I
what's
did.
next conversation?
Yeah, what's the next conversation? I did.
Yeah.
I hope your birth wasn't that long.
Yeah, ticket. Damn.
Not true.
It was so bad. I had to come back and tell the same story 3 times.
Stop. Listen. He was talking about love, and I was like, okay, you got me in my feelings. Let's move on to another subject.
Oh,
that was the
that's
true
what it
story.
was.
Y'all
Okay.
surprised that
Yeah.
Danny Green
Now
can talk
that
about
makes
love.
sense.
Yeah.
Does.
Now it
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
He got
I-
it.
you-
Trying to talk about love. I
now
got
it
it.
makes sense. You
Now it
wasn't
makes
there?
sense. I was no, I was there, but it didn't make sense at first. First I was like, damn, she don't
Wait,
know
damn,
nothing
Blue,
about the
She
dude.
said, was you
No,
there?
I said that. I was like, you got me all in my feelings. Let's talk about something else.
Blue, she said, was you there like you was just concentrating on the wings?
Oh,
The wings were good though.
yeah,
Man,
wing
Blue
good.
killed. I saw the bone go.
I only
Let
ate
this
one
nigga-
wing.
but
I only
that
ate one
motherfucker
wing.
shook.
I think I had 3.
I had 5.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. My bad. I did have a couple
Yeah.
extra wings.
No doubt. It was a cool spot. It was a cool
Yeah,
spot.
so to me that was the highlight of my week. man.
Okay.
To hang out with y'all.
Tuesday
Okay.
was your highlight.
Whatever day we hung out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Um,
Ain't much, I guess.
So have y'all been watching the news? Your boy Harvey got convicted.
Wow.
Now he didn't get convicted for any of the serious crime. They were deadlocking that, but they did get convicted for 2 of them, and he can get up to 29 years. I'm waiting to see what they're gonna give him, but it looks like, hey, look, I'm gonna throw my bid in there. I think he's gonna get 5 and 2. He's gonna get 5 years, 2 years
Wait,
probation.
well, here's the deal.
and then he's
Are
gonna
you-
sit it, and
are
he's
you
gonna sit at
adding
home.
LA? Because he's.
No, I'm talking about here. I'm not in LA because
No, that
LA.
was New York. That was New York.
That was New York, but LA, he hasn't went to trial there yet.
Okay, this is what I predict. 3 to 7.
3 to 7, so 7 years and 3 years probation.
No, 3 to 7. So 3 from 3 years to 7.
Okay, so he gonna do 3.
He might do 3.
I think he might do 2. He get 5, do 2, get and then stay home for the rest.
They didn't get him on the
Wait a
serious.
minute. Is he really going to Rikers though? I thought I heard them say Rikers. That's really.
No, he's
where
already
he's
at
going?
Rikers. He's at Rikers now.
No,
He's
he's
at
not. He's
Rikers.
in the hospital.
Well,
Oh, they let him out. I thought they let him out. I thought he let him out of. It was just for heart palpitations. Palpitations. I
Let me tell you
thought
something.
that's all it was.
Let me
And
tell
so
you
then
something.
they let him out and put him and sent him straight to Rikers.
Yeah. The thing is this. He going to jail. 1 day in jail is too much, so he's going to jail.
Names says me
Did you
lying.
say 1 day is too much?
Yeah,
One day
in
is too
jail
much.
is too much.
Look,
Like,
I can't
ain't
be in
trying
my
to go
room
to
by
jail.
myself
Yeah,
too long.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go to jail at all. So
Names says me lying.
It-
I'm too old to go
Oh,
to
yeah.
jail.
I don't even like to visit niggas no more in jail. I tell them,
Hey.
at a certain age, look, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Uncle Danny, you come and see me? No, Uncle
No.
Danny, send Uncle Danny a picture and let me know what you do.
And look, I grew up sending kites. Now, Maria, you might not know what a kite is. You know what a kite is, Maria?
I mean, I thought.
Okay.
No, I
So
don't
hood
know.
turn kite means sending flicks, sending
Oh.
pictures of the neighborhood, all the homies growing up,
I've
blah blah
never heard
blah.
that term.
The girls, yeah, you know, hey, shoot me a kite. That's a letter. Shoot me a kite.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah.
I know you didn't know nothing about that
she
that
just
street
assume I don't
terminology.
know
She's
a
from
hood
the
term. I just
suburbs.
don't know
She's
that
from the
term.
suburbs of Delaware.
Yeah, you was trying to put a key on the end of your kite. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
And what's
I grew up that way.
y'all know me. Y'all know I play devil's advocate. Y'all
What
know
up?
I play. So with this Harvey Weinstein thing,
Okay.
I believe he's guilty on some, but I think what happened was when they looked for them not to get him on the most serious charges at all. I think they were struggling to get him on what they did get him on.
Let me tell you something. Look, back in the day,
Back in the day,
if there was any evidence of a relationship,
yes,
it never even made it to court.
never.
Like, you're not gonna embarrass me. District attorney was like, you're not gonna embarrass me with this information. Like, they were dating. She's sending messages.
Wow,
if there was
yeah.
any understanding of any kind of relationship, they wasn't going to court.
Right.
Right, but things have evolved, and people have been in relationships, and there has been sexual assault with people who have been in relationships. That's why that's changed.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing.
They were in a relationship texting.
Like, here's
Well, I mean, I didn't mean to say relationship. They've had relations.
when
No,
somebody
they were dating.
there was
She
there
said
were
that
one girl said,
they
"Did
were
you my
dating.
soulmate?"
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean
Another
well,
girl was like, "When are you? When am I gonna see you again? Like, what? When are we gonna hang out again?"
We're not gonna go back to next week. Listen, it doesn't matter.
She-
It doesn't matter. I think they said a possible 80 women who came forth and testified, right?
80 women testified. and he
Even
went to
if
jail
there
off
was
of 2.
one.
What is that
Okay,
saying?
okay, so even 2. That says enough.
I'm not defending Harvey Weinstein. I'm trying to defend
I'm not
men.
defending. I'm just defending men.
What
I'm
men,
getting lost. It's starting to feel like it.
Well, you're going to get lost for that because you're the only one up here
Look,
saying that
look. Now here's
he
the
wasn't in a
understanding.
relationship.
When if it's enough
He
women,
wasn't.
he wa-
if 2 or 3 or 4 come together and agree that you did it, then you did it.
It's like in church. When
I
church
First
wrote
of
it.
all, one. If you did it to one, and he was married. Actually,
Okay, but
so-
see, 1 ain't enough, and I'll tell you why.
Why not?
No, because 1 is not enough to. If it's he say, she say. If there's no evidence and it's just your word against mine, 1 is not enough.
it's not.
No, I'm saying if he were to do that to one person, that's enough for him.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I was
But
saying.
but
How you going to...
but to be convicted,
There's no
you
way
need
you have
more
80
than 1.
people come forth and
But hey, that's the problem. How you going to have 80 people
and there's
come
no
through?
truth there.
80 people come through, but only 2 get you? So what
Oh, because statutory, other ones didn't have
Yeah, it
enough
wasn't because of their
information.
story. It was-
Statutory
it was the
had
statutory
went too
time
long.
limitations.
The other ones didn't. It wasn't enough credibility to.
I think I'm gonna
Make
tell you
it
what this. Well, this is what somebody told me, and we talked about this.
Okay.
This case is going to change, and I believe at the end, in some aspects, it's going to hurt women.
No.
This is what I'm saying, because I'm not trying to be.
I'm sorry, why?
I'm not male. Yeah, so you just jumped on the motherfucking bandwagon, and shot me.
Why
in the
is
head.
it going to hurt women?
Because
Because women are so many more. Well, for me, I'll say because women. There's so many women in power now, that it's going to flip on how they're abusing their power, and eventually, eventually somebody's going to come up. Right now, there are men who are scared to come up, women who are scared to come up against a woman. Like,
and
I mean, you're a man. You're gonna
I
say
agree.
she
there
raped
are
me.
men and women who
Is it-
abuse their power. That's true.
Yeah, so are you gonna be a man and say, "Oh, I got raped"? Like, no, you
Well,
kind of
we've
like.
yet to hear a case of a woman in power, and she's had 80 men come forth to say that she abused her power and was raping men.
Actually, the mayor of what was that?
Let's Google it.
No, the mayor. She had
Roll
to
Out
fi-
Digital.
She had to step down.
Who?
She had to step down. We just had. She ran. She was the youngest. She was the youngest mayor. What area was that? Okay, I got to get my story straight because
Yep.
it is my story. let me go on that. But she just recently had to step down because she was abusing her power and messing with her constituents that worked under her.
This is what I see.
And she just won.
This is what I'm talking.
Like she didn't have a
She was
seat.
doing what?
Like
She was having sex. messing around.
messing with him. Like
This is what I say. The problem.
So she was abusing her power.
She was
That's
abusing
abusing
her power.
powers. But this is what I say. What's going to happen?
That's still a difference than raping someone.
Okay, but can you let me finish this?
How is it?
I'm just saying, it is.
Here's what I think is going to happen.
If you have to-
Consensual versus non.
No. Your consensual is that I have to do it. Or I'm gonna lose my job. That's raping. That's
If you
rape. In
bang
the
me
same
off
understanding.
if you hit me off the hit, why am I getting hit? Why are you?
If I wouldn't normally give it to you, but I'm giving it to you to keep my job, what is that?
Yeah. This is what I feel is going to happen.
That's called a negotiation.
Okay, that's a
Deal.
negotiation. Negotiation of rape.
Listen, I'm just saying,
Nick,
if
really?
if everybody's grown,
Okay.
we're talking about adults here, okay?
We ain't
Let's
talking about kids. We ain't talking about L. Kelly.
So let's take a
Thank
step back. We're talking about grown-ups. I'm grown. If I'm working somewhere and,
Right.
and my morals are not as high as they should be,
Okay.
and I need a raise,
Okay.
my employer ain't looking too good,
Uh-huh.
and she's like, look at here, buddy, come on in this office, and we can increase that paycheck. Now I can either work here for 5 more years and make 15 more cents, or I can go in here, smash this, and get the $15 added onto this. I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to say
Marcus.
real but listen,
That's real.
But
that's
that's okay.
No.
Like,
and on the flip side, I'm sorry, Marie.
Yeah.
Marie.
Nick.
Don't
Maria.
have any panties
yeah,
on.
yeah,
On
be
the-
careful, man.
On the flip side of that,
Stab
who's
me.
not attracted to power? Male
Yeah,
or
but there's
female?
a difference between sexual harassment and rape.
Exactly.
Two different things. Yeah, but this
Exactly.
situation, what you're talking about, I don't know that that's rape.
What is this,
Abusing
Maria?
your power.
What is this,
is
though?
different.
You come in for an audition, and I say to you, hey, you were awesome. And you're a good actress. And I go, it's really coming down to you and Crystal. But I'm going to tell you something. Over the years, I've always kind of had a fondness for you. You think you might want to go out to have dinner sometime? And you say, yeah. And then I go, hey, we out to dinner. We get some drinks. I said, look, the road's yours, baby girl, but you think maybe we can get together and have a relationship, sex, or whatever? If you bang me, that may not be the terminology, but if you have sex with me, that was something that you wanted to do.
Agreed.
Now, if I produce, keep going. If I produce 8 of your movies and you get a couple $100 million out of it, how did I rape you twice? Because that's what Uma Thurman said. Isn't that what she said? I'm just asking that question, and I'm not defending Harvey Weinstein.
Well, we got somebody on the phone that want to say, and what they got an understanding of this. Let me hear what you got to say, baby.
Hey, y'all, it's Nakia from the Bay.
Hey, what's
Kid,
up, baby?
Ooh, I love the Bay.
So, just to correct you,
Okay,
Which one?
please.
You correct
when
me.
someone says that, if you want this promotion, we gotta have sex, that is technically sexual harassment.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rape is when you have sex with someone against their will and you take it by force.
Right.
Okay.
Or
So
they're
if I
not-
come
or
up
they're
with
not aware
something,
of it.
so if I come up with something that that'll make it consensual taking, it ain't rape.
That make it consensual.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give you one right now. So Nakia, you come,
Okay.
you're renting from me, and I've been hollering at you for I don't know how long, and you have been just bypassing me the whole time. But I manage your apartment, and you come to me and you say, I'm gonna be a little late with rent.
Little light.
Okay.
Little light with that rent.
I'm a little late with rent. Say, oh, you're gonna be a little late with rent. Well, how late you gonna be?
How late?
Well, can I give you half now and then the other half closer to the end? And I go, maybe we can work something out. Now, is it consensual because you want to stay there and you need your place, so you going to go ahead and give it to me? Or am I taking it from you with the understanding that if you don't give it to me, I'm going to put you out?
Well,
Now, in that case, that's considered harassment. But if I give it to you, that's
Right.
consensual because we've already negotiated part of a contract.
right.
Okay, so you gave it to me, but you had to give it to me. You didn't give it to me because you wanted to.
Have to.
No, she didn't
I
have
didn't
to.
have to.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. You
No,
could have
hold
said
on,
no
Nicole.
and moved out.
Nicole, let me ask you this question.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this question, Nicole. Go back to what your first comment was, because you gave us a definition of sexual harassment and consensual.
Okay.
So, if you're at the job and you decide to have sex with me for the raise, is it now considered sexual harassment anymore, or is it consensual?
If I consider to have sex with you for a raise,
Like you said earlier, you said your words were, if I come and offer you a raise for some sex, that's sexual harassment.
Yes.
yes, that's
So
sexual
what
harassment,
is it called if you decide to have sex with me for the raise?
If I
She
decide to
said
have sex with you,
consensual.
Can you
that
let me finish?
cancels
Hold on.
it.
Hold on one second,
It's
Nicole.
harassment because I went ahead and said that I'm gonna have sex with you to get this raise.
So is it sexual harassment anymore?
I fucked myself off by having sex with you to get the raise.
Exactly. So
So it's
then
no
why?
longer sexual harassment.
So then why is Weinstein being charged if these young ladies took the roles and still got paid for it? I'm asking the question.
So why is Weinstein and that's the thing. I'm not exactly sure what Weinstein was convicted of because he wasn't convicted of all his charges, just 2.
Yes.
Right, but
But I'm asking,
the
but
problem
the
is
one
the
girl he was
problem
in
was
relationship with- Go ahead.
that he kept having relationships with these young ladies. So they kept in a relationship with him. Shouldn't it been just everything else should have been thrown on out the window because they kept going? What make you keep going?
Yeah,
We're bringing a
Now,
psychiatrist on
that's
next week.
Interesting.
for you.
No,
Because-
for you too.
Go ahead, Nikki.
You get quiet, Nicole. Come on.
No, I'm just my thing is I don't that part to me I don't understand as well because if I I had a situation where someone did something to me while we were supposed to be doing something and I didn't like it, so I told them I didn't like it. I'm not about to sit there and keep going back for it
That's what I'm saying.
because nigga you done fucked up with me.
Right.
I'm done. But I don't know what the case is in this case where they have the text messages where they kept saying, oh, we still going out, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if it's because of his position of power and it should have been done as sexual harassment.
You know
but
that's what it was.
Still with that, it shouldn't have. It should have been canceled out because they continued with it. If they didn't continue with it, they would have been fine.
Yeah,
Because they could have stopped it.
It should have
See,
been
Nicole,
stopped.
Nicole, and that's the argument that people are having down here, not in defense
Thanks,
of Harvey.
Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole. But that's the problem. That's the problem that the people are having down here, especially with
It's
men.
Nikita
Because
from the Bay.
Nikita-
Did I call you
Nikita,
Nicole?
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry, Nicole.
I listen to this guy. God damn it.
Thank you, Nikki.
That's sexual language. And so you got a situation where, like Nick said, you want the part. It's not even about wanting the part. You probably was gonna get the part, but he was like, yo, what's up? What else is up with it? And you felt the power of now, I fucked this dude. I'm about to do this part. It's a big role, whatever. So again, I don't understand. I'm trying to find out where the word rape comes in.
Well, look here.
Because when you respect, I'm sorry,
Go ahead, Don.
when you respect, and this is not knocking women, because we know rape happens. We're talking about this particular case here, so we don't get no motherfucking calls.
Right.
Okay? We talk about the Harvey Weinstein case. We're not talking about your life. We're not talking about what happened when you was 3 or 4, 5, 7, 23. We're not talking about that. Harvey
Disrespectful.
Weinstein. It's not.
It is.
Is it?
Because this
Is it?
could be affecting people.
But they don't listen to the show because we're just trying to educate you.
Not true.
Is it disrespectful to say that why are these women charging Harvey Weinstein when they went into it knowing that they were getting something out of it? Why would you consider it wrong or right in their part? They knew they was getting something out of it. We all know. When I come
There was a saying. We'll shut this one down
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
You
She
knew
about
the
to write us
job
a
was
letter.
dangerous when you took it.
she about to write a note.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
You joined the military, you got killed.
So in that understanding, if you keep rolling with the situation, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. All right, so this week, since we on the same dance floor, this week, did y'all see Snoop at the Red Table Talk
Yeah, I
with
saw
Jada?
a little bit of it.
Was it?
I think he did a good job.
You think he did a good job?
I
Should have
do.
stuck to his
I think-
guns.
No,
I think he
see?
did.
Here we go.
I think he did.
What gun should he have
I'm
stuck
just
to?
messing with
D
you,
Green?
Maria.
No, you're
I
not.
think he
You're
stuck
so
to his guns.
serious about that.
I think
What-
he done stuck to his guns. He did not. I thought he was gonna fold up and get the tears and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
happy he didn't.
He did not do that.
He looked like he may have beforehand. He was a little red-eyed.
He read hilarious.
He had a
He said now he manned up. He said, I do cry, I just don't cry on TV.
Well, who knows how long it started for the camera before the camera started.
Let me tell you, my man, he said, now those that you thought there was a lot of people against him, but there was a lot of people for him
Yeah.
in that understanding. But he said it was the way that he did it.
Right.
I think that Jada Pinkett did what she normally does is
Agitate.
no, she healed the situation.
She healed it, but
did.
I didn't like when she said you calling her that name was disrespecting all the women in the world. We have to stop that. So, let me put it this way, Blue. Somewhere in life, it may not be our generation. Somewhere in time, it has to stop. When a man or a woman have an argument, it's not relating to every other woman. He was talking about Gail. He wasn't talking about Queen Latifah. He wasn't talking about Oprah. He talked about Gail.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing.
So why would Jada say
Because
you're disrespecting all the women in the world?
Because Jada wasn't talking to a normal black man on the street. She was talking to Snoop, who a lot of people look up to. And so his representation of what he delivers can be the representation of all of us.
So
when he
disagree.
No, but
I know
hold on.
because you're not no because you're not, you know people know you.
Right.
So what that's saying right now is what you just did was saying that means that because Snoop's saying it, Nick is the kind of guy that's going to say it. You're the kind of guy that's going to say it. I'm a kind of guy, or these brothers out here, or anybody, and we're not those type of people.
No, but because Snoop is where Snoop is, it was easy for other nationalities to say, oh, man, Snoop did that. And they say, oh, it's okay. That's how black men treat their women anyway. Don't worry about it.
Don't blame Snoop. You better blame Lonnie Love for that one.
I'm
Lonnie
just
Love,
saying.
what's he
She's
got
the
to
one
do
that
it? He
said
was the one that
What
said
I'm
it.
saying.
I'm making a joke up. You don't.
What I'm
you
saying
way,
is-
you don't know
yeah,
what's
but
happening.
many
What I'm
of us
saying is
agreed with
his
him in
voice
jail.
is going to reach out. His opinion is going to reach out
Yeah.
farther than ours will. So if I'm having a conversation with a woman in my apartment,
Yeah.
that ain't going to go no farther than
Right.
my apartment. But what Snoop says is going to, my mother used to always say, your name will go farther than your body ever will.
Let me ask you this question. What about these women that had things to say about Gail that use the same language? And there was a lot of women, and would you agree, Nick? I saw it on social media and stuff, and that's what
It wasn't on my social media.
Well, you,
not one.
Yeah, and you ain't got many friends. You ain't got but 3.
No.
Hilarious.
4, thank you.
Yeah, I
Hilarious.
forgot.
I have a question for the
What up,
table.
dog?
What's up, Nick?
I was trying to think of a more polite way to pose this question, but
Go
there's
ahead.
really no way around it. How do you, and men and women, how do you guys feel about women telling men how they should respond?
It's fucked up, if you ask me.
How they should respond to what?
Like in anything, like for me growing up, I think it was important to see how my father handled things, to see how a man handled things,
Right.
you know. And it saved me from a lot of drama because I didn't respond how my mother would respond or how she would tell me to respond.
Okay.
So just being an adult, I often find it a lot of women come and chastise men and say, "Well, you should have said it this way," and I feel like Snoop's a man.
Yeah.
He said it as a
said-
man should have.
He
as
said
a,
it the way he wanted to say it.
right, and I can respect that from him being a man. So
Right.
I understand what they're saying, but I'm a man, so I understand where Snoop's coming from.
The problem is, Nick, with that is that men today have no backbone. The man today.
Not true.
Maria,
You want to
Not
talk,
true.
Maria?
Maria.
You see, that's what I'm
Just
saying.
saying,
That's
not
what
true.
I'm
Now,
talking
that's
about.
funny
talking.
that you say that,
I'm
See,
trying
Maria.
she's trying to say
'Cause
not
on
true,
my
but
way
she don't know
here-
what I'm talking about.
On my way here, I just watched a young woman go live talking about the backbone our men are losing their backbone.
Thank you.
The changing of the
guard.
nails, like they're taking everything
Well,
from
they
them.
need to
Where
change their
glitter,
social circles.
wearing the weaves, the blah 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 blah. I mean, she was like, "Can y'all please stop trying to make our black men
but you-
soft?"
but you
No,
know
and
what?
I
But-
just
they were
watched that on my
always
way.
there.
But
It's
you
just
know what?
now we're seeing
But
it
you
more
know
on
what?
social media.
I blame
a
the
real man is still.
Let me say something. I blame the black man
God.
because we're so pussy whipped and scared to say something because your girl might get mad. Be the man and run the crib. It's not disrespecting. In war, if you know anything about war, you got the general. But in war, you have the colonels and the majors and lieutenants for a reason. They report to the general to say, "Yo, we may not need to do this." Which means in a relationship, 2 people are going to lead. We're both going to lead at some time. Sometime, Maria, if me and you was in a relationship, you're supposed to lead. If not,
Never.
I'm supposed to lead. Well, you're right. Never for that shit.
It could
All right, let me
never
ask you a question.
Listen,
I
no,
wouldn't
I
get
Would
wouldn't
you
say that.
date a- would you date a
real man
dude-
does
She
not
couldn't.
need to call a woman a bitch.
He wasn't calling her a bitch.
He did call her a bitch. bitch.
So what? Because he was
funky
mad.
something
He
bitch.
said it. I
Mad
was
my
mad.
ass. He still said
So
it.
he ain't
and
a man?
He had been saying it before.
So wait a minute. So when women say brothers are low down, no good motherfuckers, like y'all call us, or you a lazy, no good baby daddy.
Two
that
wrongs
ain't-
don't make it
that,
right,
That
though.
ain't right. That
First
ain't
of all,
wrong.
I
Two wrongs don't make it
I
right.
call anybody that.
Don't act like you ain't heard it.
Can I throw something
I
out
didn't
there?
say it in here.
Hold on.
I'm saying
Go ahead,
that's
Nick.
not the terminology that I use to
Nick.
describe someone.
Nick, go
I,
ahead, Nick.
I just want to say that we are talking about Snoop Dogg, who's
Yeah,
famously
but-
known for
and
saying
he
the
said-
word.
Thank
bitch.
you.
He
and that
said
doesn't make it okay.
I'm not. No,
it
no,
doesn't
no.
make it okay, but that's what he said. He also said, look, I just did a gospel record.
Yep.
When nobody asked me about my gospel
I
record, and the
agree.
gospel record was cracking. And he said, when
Shout out to
nobody...
HMG Records.
Yeah,
Shout out.
HMG,
You know
our boy
why?
Javon.
H-
Because he
HMG.
called women bitches for so long.
and he
Everybody
said-
was like, "Oh, how you gonna come out with a
he's-
gospel CD?"
So
now?
also he can't
Right.
change all of a
So,
sudden.
are we
Oh,
saying
I
that?
didn't. I felt it was fine,
Are we
but there
saying-
are people who didn't agree with him changing.
So are you saying that there's never a reason to call a woman a bitch?
I don't think a man should call a woman a bitch. No.
Okay, so I'm
I
asking.
don't.
That's fair. I'm asking the men. Is there ever a reason to call a woman a bitch?
You know what? I'm gonna say this.
That's
Dannon,
a
don't
yes
stop
or no
now, Dannon.
answer.
Don't stop
Hey,
now,
no,
Dannon.
yes
I ain't
or
gonna
no
stop.
answer.
I'm gonna
say
let my
this.
man Blue speak first.
I'm
and
gonna
then
say
I'm
this.
Come on,
speak.
Blue.
I'm gonna say this. There, for you personally, there's never a reason that you let somebody get you angry enough to say something you wouldn't normally say.
That's not what I asked you, Boo. But I
That's
appreciate
not.
your
That was a
answer.
good one, though.
That was a
No,
good
you're
answer.
not saying what you would normally say. Is
But-
not the same
Let-
as
let
calling
me-
a
I
woman
need
a
the I
bitch.
need the men.
Not
I
to
need
say
the
that's
men.
a
to-
was
political-
But
great.
that's the point
Political
I'm saying.
answer.
That was
I'm not gonna do PC. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying
Come
to
on,
make.
Danny.
When we say, it's not that I'm not the agitator. I'm just the dude that's keeping it one motherfucking 100. And the 100 is out of your language. It wasn't that Snoop was calling her a bitch. He was using that terminology because that's what. So if I put it this way, it's like hold on. It's-
When he called her a bitch,
he called her a bitch.
He
Okay,
meant that.
he called her a bitch because what does that mean? That she did something that was violation. So
He
if
could
you do
have said
something,
all of what he said and left that part out, and everybody still
I'm
would have
not.
been like, "We
if
are
you
all
remember
for
2
what
weeks
you
ago,
said."
everybody on this panel knows I said his words were wrong, his energy was right. Did I not say that?
You
I don't
just said
think
that.
any of us disagree.
So my
we
point,
all
but
agree.
my point be, I can't get mad at that brother. First of all, remember, this is not Snoop who grew up, in corporate America and blah blah blah. This is a street dude that corporate America let in. So what the fuck makes you think it's gonna be any different on how he talks about?
All right, Dan, for me, I'm going to say this. I had a problem with the way he expressed himself
I agree.
to the world representing us.
right.
Because he just doesn't represent himself anymore. Snoop knows he represents us. He don't just represent himself anymore. He represents us. And that, to be honest with you, he understands that. And that's the only thing he's sorry about.
But you know why
He's not sorry about nothing
No.
he said.
No.
He's sorry about the way he had to deliver it in the position that he's in.
And guess what?
If you
And-
listen to him, that's all he's really sorry about.
And the position he was in, people like you, me, corporate America, African Americans of nationalities, or anybody else that had an issue with Gail pressing a button on a man that just got killed with his daughter, that was the energy. So it ain't just representing street people. He represented people that were looking at her. Because I talk to people that
But
say,
we all agree
Hey,
on
hey,
that.
hey,
So
Danny,
I'm
let me
just
ask you a
saying.
question. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, man.
Have you been this and had this much energy on the good things that Gail and
Let me say something.
good things that Gail has done? No, really. Have you
I'm gonna be honest
given?
with you. I don't know the good things she's done,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you why. See, and it's not gonna knock on her. If
Have
say,
you had
I
this
been
much
for
energy
Oprah?
and for Oprah?
Yes,
You've had this much energy?
But let me say,
Like
this.
it has haunted you for weeks about the good things that they both have done for black folks, where you are shouting from each corner, from each
No,
hilltop about
No.
the good things they've done.
You want to know why?
So
But you know what?
you've
wanna know
given
why?
this a little bit more time
Probably to think,
than is needed.
but we're asking the question.
We're
And
throwing
so-
away everything they have done
But
for
I didn't
some
know.
mistake
but see,
that
that's
they
the problem
did.
in the world right now, Blue. Why can't you be chastised and corrected and punished on one individual event? I'm
All
not
right, let
knocking
me ask you a
everything
question.
shown
When
up.
you was a kid,
yeah,
Chastised.
when you was a kid and your
Because it
and
was
your
the one
mama
event. That's
and
what
your
happened.
mama was
Well, you don't
you
like that
did
word?
something wrong.
is that
It's a
sexist
little
or something?
strong.
When you was a kid and you
That's
did
the
something
problem,
wrong,
man.
you did something wrong.
Yeah.
How long did you want your mom and daddy to keep talking about it?
Let me say something.
That's a really good point. 'Cause
And let me ask you a question. And let me answer it. When I did something wrong, My mom whooped my ass, and it was pretty much done with. See, my mom wasn't the kind of mother
That was great. Now, see, that's
That's
great.
not
So
today.
That's
how
what
long?
Snoop did.
How long is your whooping gonna last?
My whooping is done.
Not
But
really.
we're asking the question.
Not
Not
really.
really.
Not really. Not really.
Okay, Blue, you know what? Let me keep it 100. Let me keep it 100 without yelling. Let me just say exactly what the problem is. We, as a society, have let words dictate now whether we are good people or bad people.
Okay.
We have let, I'm going to be real smooth about it.
Okay.
We have let society dictate an incident whether we want to cancel you or not.
One incident
Let-
is the key thing. I just want to say it's one
That's what-
incident and then they cut you off.
That's and so you were saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when we learn to be able to take that punishment for that one event, which
Okay.
is what Gail did,
All right.
then it's done. The problem is it's not fair across the board. This Harvey Weinstein conviction, if you notice on social media, a lot of black people ain't even talking about it now because they're like, okay, he got convicted. So we're gonna see now what he gets for years.
You know why we're not talking about it?
Explain it to me.
Because it has nothing to do with us.
But it does. Because Snoop and everybody
No,
else.
no.
No.
I'm going to say this again.
Okay.
The reason why they're not talking about it because he's not us.
He's
It's
not.
really has nothing. Yes, it has something to do with us in a certain sense, but really it has nothing to do with us. They still separate how
Blue,
we roll and
Blue,
how they
you're
roll.
just answering the question.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Snoop wasn't mad because of how Snoop. All the energy everybody's putting out ain't just because of what Gail said. It's the fact that the playing field ain't fair when brothers get in trouble. So, R. Kelly,
It's never been fair.
like I said, this is the problem with us as black people. And non-African Americans that look at us. We hold people accountable. When Gail did the interview with R. Kelly, she didn't catch that heat because we held R. Kelly accountable for what he did.
Right.
So stop thinking that black men and women are going to just go with you because you're black. R. Kelly was wrong.
Right.
We would say, Gail, you did a good job. You
Right.
went. So when Gail messes up or anybody else messes up, why can't they not catch the heat?
We're not saying that she can't catch heat. What I'm saying is how long.
The heat's over with me because my
Not
thing
really,
is,
because we still.
well,
on
I
it.
can bring up the
Just giving
subject.
heat
So
right now.
you might want to
just-
go ahead and close it up. Yeah, you might want to slow that down, Mrs.
All right, on the dance floor. So
What's the movie I want to say?
on the dance floor, let's
Gremlin
talk
haircut.
about since we hold people accountable. Jesse Smollett is going back to trial.
Nigga going to jail.
He still has the understanding that he is innocent.
Bro.
He still believes he's innocent, but his attorney is she's filed a double. He can't be convicted for the same thing that he already made an agreement to. So she, she's
double trial. He didn't go to trial though, did he?
no, didn't have to go to trial, but they negotiated outside of trial.
Okay, because that's like double. What they say, like double
Jeopardy.
Double jeopardy, right?
Right. So that's what she filed for this.
Okay.
She's saying that why are we back here? It's the same thing. Why are we back here doing the same thing, having the same kind of trial for something he already agreed to?
Let me tell you something.
Right.
This ain't got nothing to do with color. This ain't got nothing to do with Justice Smollett. When you fuck with the police, you and you make the police look stupid. The police is like a wrath of a woman. When you mess with a woman.
Finally, we agree.
Oh shit.
Okay.
See that internet? When I say something like that, we agree. But it's like the wrath of a
One
woman.
for
When
20.
you 1 for 20. You know and I know, Blue. If you are out there messing with the law, the police, and you making them look bad, oh nah. This ain't got nothing to do with now what they know what's. It's like the cops when they interview. They know if you're guilty or not. They right now, they fucking with him. And the thing about Justice Smollett is, even if he's coming clean, which I don't believe it is, because I was out in Chicago at that time during that Vertex, and let me tell you
So
something.
you think he was guilty or not?
I think he lied. I mean, you just asking me. I'm just being honest. I don't believe.
So you believe it didn't happen?
Let me tell you something, baby.
Did he
girl.
be about some of it or all of it?
Let me tell you something. I gotta be honest
Hey,
with you,
it don't matter.
ladies and gentlemen.
That part don't matter.
I was in Chicago during that time. It was a minus 27.
Were you out walking to get some food?
No, I was walking from
He was
the
the
bus
one that
terminal.
sold Starbucks.
I was working at Subway. What the hell you talking about?
working at Subway.
I made the nigga sandwich.
Don't say that. That'll go viral.
Look, let me say something to you. I don't know this brother by any means. Whether you're a black man, white man, those type of allegations have to be something that's really, because of the climate that we live in today, you got to make sure that you're not lying. And the police of Chicago, which already has a reputation of not being the best force, that's why they're mad. Because they use a lot of manpower to try to solve this case.
So should he be held accountable for lying?
Yes, he should be.
He should be held
On what
accountable
level?
for
If he
lying.
lied, if he lied.
On
He
what
should be
level?
held
On what level? A pain back. I'm sorry, go ahead, Blue. Go ahead.
On what level should he be held? As hard as black people has had to fight for the truth
And gays.
of things,
And gays. Don't forget the
and
gays.
for the truth, for something that happened to them, I would say he need to be held accountable, no different than somebody lying about a rape
Yep.
or a murder.
Look, we know, if you don't know, so, let me put it this way. The Chicago Police Department, between 2000 and 2017, I believe it was, you can look it up, had over 19,000 complaints of police brutality. Until this last guy got convicted for shooting the brother, the young boy, Laquan, in the streets,
Right.
16 times. Do you know how many convictions they had out of the 19,000?
How many?
3. So when you got something like that, and then they're saying we got a bad rep already, so what we're gonna do
And we
is
put all the manpower, all this time,
yes,
all
and
this
the thing
energy.
is, it's not only the manpower. He's a high profile. He's a celebrity. So there's like, y'all got to solve this. You know why? Because Chicago, as we all know, they have a lot of TV shows and a lot of movies made in Chicago.
Right.
So as a celebrity or as an actor, you can't want to feel unsafe in that town.
Right.
They put all their energy in to try to find out what happened. And then to come out and find out that it's a lie. Now, my question would be to you, Maria, or Blue, if you say he's telling the truth, are those 2 African brothers lying?
Well, I'm not saying.
So,
he's
and so,
telling the
well, look,
truth.
if you saying
Got
he's
quiet
telling,
in the motherfucker.
Look,
Didn't
if
they?
you saying
They
he's
got
telling
quiet
the
up
truth,
in this
he's
bitch.
telling-
somebody got to be lying.
That's
so
what I'm
if you
saying.
say he telling
That's
the
the point I'm
truth,
trying to
then-
make.
yeah.
Blue, that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
If Jesse is telling the truth, then the African boys is lying. If the African boys are telling the truth, then Jesse is lying.
But
So who's lying?
at this point in time, if there was any lie in the situation, the whole thing is dirty. If there was any lie in the whole situation, the whole thing is dirty.
Agreed.
This
Did
Moving
you-
on.
This
Hey,
dude
did
said-
y'all-
This dude online, I'm sorry, but I was gonna say, he said it was 30 below. Y'all boy said it was 30 below 0. Nobody's walking the subway to get a sandwich.
Not today.
When it's that cold.
Not
Hell,
today.
I was out there, brother. It was so cold.
Did
I poured water and it froze.
Did anybody watch the Kobe Memorial?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
That was
Aw,
dope.
I cried the whole
Oh
time.
man, it was dope.
I cried.
It was dope.
You cried,
Ah,
T Green?
yeah.
It was
I
dope.
did. I
You
did.
cried along with Michael Jordan, but
I
Michael
cried.
Jordan, that was the
I
best
just,
speech.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan ever gave.
Mike gave the best speech ever.
Oh
and the
man, that was
realest.
and it was funny as hell. And man, even Shaq's
yeah, that motherfucker
joke
said,
was
yeah.
funny to
It ain't no, it ain't I team, but it's
Yeah.
ME, motherfucker.
It's
That
a
motherfucker.
million that motherfucker.
You know
I
why I
could
like?
hear him saying that. When he said it, I was like, yeah, that was totally him.
Yeah, that was him.
You know why the Jordan speech was good? For 2 reasons. One, he was honest.
Right.
He was honest about Kobe being a nuisance to him at first.
Yeah.
And a lot of people wouldn't have said that. I truly believe not a lot of people. A lot of people that said, "Oh, when he called me at night, it was cool. I took the phone calls and I was trying to help him." Mike was like, "Look, nigga, I'm trying to sleep. I got kids at the crib." So I think that was the real part. And then, as a comedian, because like your man Lacey here, Lacey on here,
Right.
every week he goes, you know, I'm spitting, or I'm this or I'm that. So if you ever come to my show, Mr. Lacey, you will know that I talk about myself.
Right.
So what Michael did was he talked about himself and killed the joke for the country.
Oh yeah, killed the joke for the family.
He killed
He
it like,
knew
yo,
he
yo.
was going to be a meme.
Yo,
He
he
knew
was-
it, so Michael was like, you know what? Damn, why I cried? I'm up on, I'm on, you know. But really, you know, the whole thing about the memorial is, it was nice. I think we kind of discussed on our own what we felt about the lack of Kobe's parents being recognized. But The memorial.
But
was
you know
nice.
what I realized? So I was listening to the whole thing, and I would go back and forth and look at my phone for different people that I wanted to hear.
Right.
But the last night I watched it entirely.
You watch it again?
I watched it again
Ain't
entirely.
that amazing how they recorded that?
Oh yeah, I watched it entirely.
No, because how many? No, she's looking at me crazy. But I'm saying it's not that they recorded it. But how many times have you ever seen someone's funeral being played back? No, I'm saying
No,
I know
no, I
you
get you,
recorded
I get
it.
you, I
But
get you.
ESPN showed it again.
Right. No, they showed it
Go
a bunch of
ahead.
times.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I'm watching, and they went to the parents a lot.
Yeah, like they
And-
did.
no, the footage
And
went to
people
the
were
parents.
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
the footage. But
The
people were
footage.
like, "Oh, I didn't know those were his parents." I'm like, "You didn't
A lot of
realize
people
when
didn't
they
know
kept
that they
But
were
you
showing
want to
the
know
family,
why?
who else
A lot of
would
people
Want to
they
know
be
why?
showing?
Because it wasn't recognized during the ceremony.
Right.
I don't know
right,
if that's why they were showing them, but
There's no way that you didn't know that was Kobe's parents.
right.
no, I
I'll
have
say-
people that
But
didn't know that
Maria,
was
I'm
his
with you.
parents.
I'm
I'll
agreeing
say
with
it
you.
in
I'm saying they
this.
never recognized them.
I'll say it in this. I have my brother. We different funerals, and I asked my brother, "Hey man, you want to go to the funeral?" And he go, "I really wasn't that tight with him before, or we wasn't tight."
Wait a minute, we just
when
talking
they were
about
like-
a funeral or Kobe's funeral?
I said any
oh,
funeral.
A funeral. Okay.
I wasn't that tight with them in the beginning, or during the time. So I'm not going to the funeral.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, we don't know about what we do know that the relationship between them was not at a good place.
Speculation.
No. We
no
know it
speculation.
wasn't. We know it wasn't at a good
This
place
year's off and
because
on.
if it was at a good place, this wouldn't have happened
Yes.
this way. We know it wasn't at a good place,
Right.
And because it was not at a good place, what are we faking? Like, what are we
Wait a minute,
faking?
where's the fake? By people acknowledging his parents?
No.
What's being fake?
The fake part is bringing them into the fold if they've not been. How do you bring somebody in the fold that has not been in the fold
But-
for a long time?
But
Like
what
that's
part
like
of the fold do you
inviting.
mean?
But-
what
but you
part
know-
do you feel? What?
Oh,
there are
the-
simple things I feel
No,
like
when
they
I
could've
say
done.
bringing the folds, well, they could have just mentioned them.
Right.
She could have said, and I want to take this time to say, I want to thank Kobe's parents
For raising a great son.
for raising a great son.
Yes,
she could have,
but no one said
said-
anything
She
except
could
for
have
that.
said
Right.
that.
So you
Right.
think that was
She could have
coincidence?
said
No, that was
that.
purposely done.
It
So
was
you feel
perfect.
like there was conversations outside of the
No,
funeral?
let me say something to you. When you are in, especially entertainers, in that situation, I'm not saying they were entertaining, but they were in an entertaining position because they were on stage. And Blue, you know this. When you on stage, and if it ain't dark, you know your audience. And I've been on stage as a comedian, I'll go, oh yeah, and my man, you know what I'm saying? Yo, give it up for my man Mike. Mike, you remember we was, I might relate it to a situation. In this situation, Maria, and everybody else, this was about their son. So there's no way on earth, as if you're talking, you don't know that this death affected the main person's family. Outside, you married the family.
Yeah.
They had the family, because that's the mother and father. To me, what Blue is saying is, in terms of, I know what you're saying about being fake, like we ain't been kicking it since then, but here's my point. It comes to a time in our lives when death or a bad situation or the children, there has to be some type of, even in war, there's a, what they call like a freeze in war, you know what I mean? They may continue to fight later, but it may be something to go down. We're not going to have war right now. So my point being
That was
is,
my point.
right, my point being also is, what about them kids? The kids that are old enough, because Joe Bryant had both his godkids, his grandkids on his lap during the funeral. He had two boys. So his daughter has two sons.
I didn't
Don't
see
you-
that at all.
Yeah, I saw
I
it.
didn't see that.
There's some pictures of that.
I didn't see that.
But
at
how
all.
about the people sitting there? Don't you think mentally they're saying, damn, they're not going to mention the mother and father. They're not going to mention my auntie or
Yeah,
my
I think it was awkward the whole time.
The
But
whole
at the
time.
end
Let
of
me
the
ask-
day-
let
She
me ask you a
purposely,
question.
not knocking Vanessa,
But-
but she purposely.
But let me
No,
ask
we
you a
mean not
question.
knocking her.
If
Well, I
you
don't want
don't,
anybody to think that I'm
if
attacking her.
if I'm married
Well,
to
we're not
your
attacking
son
her,
for
but
so
respect.
many years,
I'm not attacking her as a matter of
No, no,
respect.
no,
You
no, no.
still
I'm
should
saying
acknowledge
if I'm
someone's
married,
parents. We
if
agree.
I'm married to your son
Sorry, Blue.
all these years,
Thank you.
and you have not acknowledged me yet, like the game of whether I was a gold digger.
Because you
the
can
game
never
of-
get that time back. It doesn't
you
matter.
cannot.
He's gone now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The game if I was a gold digger. The game if he was too young to marry
Yeah,
me.
but now
it's
it's
all,
about the
it's
grandkids.
it don't matter.
But that's
no,
the
but
problem.
now it's
Blue,
about
Blue,
the grandkids. No,
Blue,
she has, she has
yeah.
kids. You
Yeah.
should want your kids to have a
Here's the
relationship
whole
Okay,
with their
here's my thing.
grandparents.
The kids were there before he died.
They were.
Why wasn't they trying to be a part of their lives?
We don't know.
then?
See, that's speculation.
We don't. It's
know.
all speculation.
But
But
Blue-
we do know because it was not
Right,
on the dance floor, because it did not happen.
right.
That things was not.
Things were not good.
They were
but
not good.
Blue, let me say something to you, man.
I feel like even if
When
they
do-
weren't
when-
good, that doesn't
as-
excuse
as-
no one acknowledging
Let me say
them.
that. You could tell purposely that, to me, no one acknowledged. Okay, Vanessa didn't acknowledge.
At all.
The coach,
and
hold up.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Vanessa needed to.
The coach,
I'm gonna tell you why. She lost a husband and a daughter.
well, they
so
lost the
at
son
that-
and the granddaughter. Come on,
But
Blue.
it came from her.
Yeah,
the
well,
daughter came
without
from her.
Him, he ain't even here.
I understand that, but they didn't want him to marry her in the first
But
place.
Blue,
But what
I
I'm
got-
saying is
But
she
how
was
long do you
grieving.
hold on to that?
She was grieving.
Listen, yeah, I understand.
She
but let
was
me say
grieving
something. Let me say
on
something.
one thing.
Let me say something.
She didn't.
If I'm grieving,
Why
it
y'all
don't
wanted
take-
her to be better
Blue,
than
it don't
everybody
take-
else?
It don't take.
I'm not saying that.
it
I'm just
don't
saying
take but-
nobody acknowledged them, but Shaq, someone should have.
Thank you, Blue. It don't take but 5 seconds to go. I want to thank Kobe, mother and father, and the family for being here and keep the shit pushing. Let me
Something.
say something.
I don't know
I'm
about
still
that. That's
Let me
saying-
say
weird.
something. His parents can be guilty of a lot of things.
Yep.
Overprotective.
They were still his parents,
But
and they still
but
lost
what
their
people have
son.
been trying to say on the internet, calling them racist, they're
God.
not. My
Racist.
cousin went to school with Kobe's mom.
You know what's so funny that
Hold
y'all
up.
saying they were still his parents?
Yeah.
And that was still his son?
Yeah,
Before he died,
yeah.
couldn't you still say that? But Kobe. But they're your
But people think they
parents.
have a lot of time to make.
No,
things
I'm your
right,
wife and I'm
you
going,
don't.
but they your parents. Why they not coming around? We just had a baby. Why didn't they come around?
She knows why they're not coming around.
They didn't come around because of them.
So
Not
y'all
because of
saying
her.
this now that he's dead. I'm saying while he was alive, she could say the same thing, but come on.
But wait a minute,
Come
Blue.
on, we just
How
had a
do we
baby.
know
Blue,
what
you
she was
forgot,
or
Blue.
wasn't saying
Blue,
while they were
They
alive?
cut.
We
they
do
cut
know
the
it
cord.
wasn't on the dance
Blue,
floor.
they cut
we
the
do
cord.
know it wasn't good.
Blue, they cut the cord, not
Okay.
the parents. The parents apologized for what happened in 2013. But let's look at the parent side of things.
They
Hold
apologized
up.
for trying to sell his stuff.
They apologized. But let's look at the parent side of things. You're married to my son. My son buys your family a house.
It's his money. He can do whatever the hell he wants to
Again,
do.
I'm not saying they're right, but let's look at their side. We can't.
We can't say it's because of Kobe's parents that Kobe got to the level he was because his daddy wasn't even close.
Bruh. But his daddy made the league 8 years. See, this is what we forget.
He was in the league 8
Now, this
years.
is the- here's
He
the
was in the
problem.
league 8 years,
Here's
but I'm going to tell you this much.
What?
Is he a Hall of Famer yet?
No, he ain't.
And he ain't never going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm going to
not
tell
gonna-
you
I'm not going to
again.
knock the man's daddy. 'cause I
I'm
saw the
going to
daddy-
say
I
he's
saw the
never
man's daddy
going to be
play
at the
while-
level of his
Look,
son. He
I'm-
was never that good.
Look,
I'm not
look,
going to argue their
look,
skill level. At
let
the
me
end
say,
of the
that
day,
don't
it
got
was a
nothing to
matter
do
of
with
respecting
right.
his parents.
And let me say
That's
something,
it.
Blue.
Kobe
on
made
part.
that money on his
Blue,
own.
Blue, you're wrong on this part. Let me say
He
this
made
part.
all that money
Blue,
on his own.
Blue, you're wrong on this part.
Okay, what?
And I'm going to say this. Because, one, whether his daddy was a superstar or not, Jalen Rose's daddy was the first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
Played 3 years in the league.
Yes, he was.
Jalen played 7-13.
Yes, he was.
Okay? So what's the difference? My point on this part, this is what we're not saying about his daddy. How good of a father he was. How good of his daddy in the 80s, 70s, and 80s when the cocaine was just starting to crack. He didn't get caught up in that. How good his daddy was when his
I'm
daddy
not-
moved to Europe. His daddy took the whole family with him. That's
Yeah,
why Kobe.
okay, let me-
Hold on. No. You got that motherfucker started. Let me say
Talk,
one thing.
Blue.
Nah, I'm about to go
Let
ahead.
me talk, Blue.
Go ahead.
When his daddy took Kobe and the family to Europe,
Yes.
his daddy took him there. He didn't leave him behind and say, you know what? His
Okay.
dad worked with the skills. And let's really keep it 100. When Kobe was in Italy, Kobe didn't identify with being black. That's why when
Okay.
Kobe came back, he said, "I identify with being Italian more than being African American."
Okay, but
So what are we killing his
here,
parents
no,
for?
we're not killing him. What I'm telling
You
you,
just killed
is
his daddy though, Blue.
no,
That
I
was
didn't.
wrong.
No,
You
I said
did.
he wasn't as good as his daddy. I'll the stats will show that.
But they ain't got shit to do with Kobe giving
Okay,
his daddy money.
no, that's what I said. I said it was his own money.
It is his
Kobe
money.
can give what he wants to. But what I really want to say is this: how are any of us defending somebody that is not our daddy? It's Kobe daddy. That was Kobe daddy.
But
So
we're
if
not defending
Kobe,
his daddy.
look, if
Why
Kobe,
didn't it wasn't knowledge, Blue?
he
You know?
made his decision a long time ago that had nothing to do with us. Something about that situation did not sit right with him, and we can speculate all day.
Right. Blue,
But
I
it
agree
did
with you.
not
Blue,
sit right with Kobe.
Blue, I agree with you, but there's a time. There's a time for us to put down our guns and just go, yo.
It's a respect.
Guess what?
But Blue,
Guess
and listen,
what?
Blue, because they were hurting
Guess
too. Blue,
what?
it's different, Blue. It's different
It's
if you could.
too late.
Blue.
All the more reason you should have a little empathy for them.
Blue, let me say something.
Okay, here's my thing.
Go ahead.
It is too late. The only thing they can do now is hope. I tell people all the time, when you marry somebody, the only connection between you and their parents is the person that you marry.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Oh, wait a minute. So they didn't even acknowledge that he was a brother. So he had a good relationship with his sisters. So they just cut the sisters out. They cut the parents out. Like, all across the board. It was all about Vanessa and her kids, which is fine. But he was still a son and a brother.
He was a son and a brother, but why?
And all we heard about was the Kobe as a friend,
and
Kobe as a
but
ball
we
player.
we wasn't
Kobe
in the
as a dad.
situation. We don't know.
We know that he
We
had
don't
a
know the
relationship
thing,
with his
but
sisters.
we don't know the things that
But
were
here's-
said.
but here's-
Why do you want her to be bigger than them? I'm just
Who
saying.
to be bigger?
They're bigger than who?
Because the person who would have had to
But
done that
who-
would have been Vanessa.
No, but
she would have
anyone
had to
could
been
have
bigger.
said-
But who's she supposed to be bigger than?
No.
Everybody.
But anybody could have.
But
been
Kobe
bigger
said,
than
but
his
Shaq
parents.
said something.
Bigger than Kobe? Bigger than the parents?
Shaq said
bigger
something.
than
Did
everybody.
you feel
Let me
weird
ask you.
about
Let me
Shaq
ask you a question,
saying when
Blue.
he said
Let me
no?
ask you a question, Blue.
So if
No, I didn't have no
everyone
problem.
else
Blue, you married. Let me
commented
ask you a
on
question.
No, I
parents,
didn't have
would
a
you have
problem.
felt weird about
No,
it?
I didn't.
Yes, that's the point.
Maria, and Blue. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know this. And Nick, you can let me know this too. A man may run the crib. You may run the crib.
Running the crib again.
See, if you shut up, if you let me, you might be happy on the second part of
Did
this.
you just say shut
shut up?
up?
Be quiet,
on
please.
the radio?
I apologize.
Live?
Oh, my God.
Okay, I want to
Said
say.
shut up.
I would say
Came
I would
with a
never.
whooping.
Hold up.
Said shut up.
Let me say this.
A belt smack.
Let me
Say
say
it.
this.
I
Hold up
think
before I
you
go any
should
further.
reword
He
that.
did say if.
Real quick.
He did say if at first.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. If, when, now,
Okay, let me say
doesn't
this.
matter.
Okay, Maria. I apologize for telling you shut up on air. I want everybody to know that I
We're
don't speak.
off the air, really. But okay.
Well, on the air.
Oh, we are? Oh, shut now.
No, I'm saying either way.
Okay, let me say it this way. At the end of the day, a man won't run the crib, but the woman really makes the decision. See, if you let me finish, I'm putting the woman more in a powerful
Okay.
position.
Okay, go ahead.
So, by Vanessa really, see, there was two type of pillow talks in their relationship, and just hear me out. And if I'm wrong, y'all can stop me. There was the 21-year-old, 18-year-old pillow talk with Kobe and his wife
Right.
when they did want to get married. They had no history, so their discussion is, her discussion with Kobe is, why don't your family like me? What I love you, blah blah blah. Am I correct? Would you probably say that?
Right, okay.
And Kobe, all Kobe can say, I don't know, I understand my parents, but I love them. But they'll come around, baby. This or this or that. That's that one conversation. That's the other conversation later on in 2013 when they're both mature adults with kids. Now it's that conversation of, man, why do your parents, you gave them all this money, you've been taking care of them all of this time, why do they need more money for a house, blah, 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 right? That's them, and Kobe's in bed. That's pillow talk saying, I ain't giving them
This
more
is
money.
still all hearsay.
Right, but I'm just using this analogy to say something.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if Vanessa would have said, you know what, Kobe, just give your mother and father the extra $200,000. Let's just call, whatever. He would have done it.
It's
Because
all
I don't know
hearsay.
what
It's-
their conversation
It's speculation,
It's
but
all speculation.
listen. So that's what we're saying. We're all speculating right now. So
what we
Blue
do
said
know,
that- Blue,
what
so
we
that's
do
what I'm
know
asking
is
you,
what
Blue.
I've been saying from day one. It is and always have been his money. So his decision, his money, whatever he wanted to do, it was up to him. He didn't choose to do it.
So let me ask you this question then. When they apologized, why couldn't it been? When they apologized to them for what they did, and they said we're sorry for what we did and a misunderstanding, why couldn't there have been peace in
Let
the
me
house?
ask you a question.
Okay.
You
You didn't
don't-
answer that question though.
I'm about to answer.
One
I'm about to
person
answer.
here that can answer that question
And
give
he's
us
not
facts.
here.
And two, but there's one here today.
We don't know.
It's not giving us
we
the
don't
answer.
know what they were apologizing for.
We do know. They said it. The
We're
mother.
assuming.
What are you
assuming.
talking about? The mother and the father said we're sorry because they were selling. They were selling his stuff
But
from
we
high
don't know
school.
what
Let me ask you a
happened after
question.
that.
Let
We
me
have
ask you a
no
question,
idea.
Danny. Then let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Before we got to apologizing
Right.
for the world to hear it.
Right.
The conversation of him picking up the phone going, Mom, what are y'all doing? Why are you selling my stuff?
Right.
It obviously had to have gone bad.
It was bad.
No. It had to have gone bad
Right.
for him to get his attorneys to file an injunction.
Blue, I am with you.
So
Let me say something.
I'm saying is we're way past this apology.
let me say
if I
something.
got to pay an attorney,
Blue, I'm
to
not
file an
disagreeing with you.
injunction.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Blue.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
okay.
And I'm really, the argument isn't that they didn't do something wrong.
Yeah.
The argument to me at the end is they lost a son too.
Okay.
They lost someone that they helped raise. They lost someone that at one time said, "I love you."
I wish.
So
they,
when
I
do we-
wish they would have been acknowledged too. Now,
That's all
I
I'm
wish they
saying.
would have been acknowledged, but I do understand this. There's his truth, her truth,
Mm-hmm.
and the goddamn truth.
Hey, do you know that? Do you know the next day? You do know the next day that Shaquille O'Neal and Stephen A. Smith both made personal, individual comments on air about acknowledging
Yes.
Kobe's parents
And
because they
kudos
saw
to them. They
Yes.
should have. And Stephen A. Smith said how uncomfortable it was.
Yes.
And it was very weird. It was awkward.
Yes.
Yes.
And I want to say one more thing.
Who doesn't acknowledge your parents when they're alive?
Right. And I want to say
and
one
you
more thing.
die?
Maria, I apologize for telling you shut up because
thank you.
because I respect you.
Yeah, because he didn't acknowledge you, and you alive right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In the swing of all things,
I did that for my other bros. No, I'm just kidding.
Hilarious.
I'm just kidding.
Hilarious.
I'm kidding. You know I love you, girl. Cut it out. You gave me a ride in my car.
Hilarious.
Fucked up that whole apology.
Question.
I'm sorry. I do apologize to her. Go ahead.
Now, I know we switching off because we got real deep. We got real deep in that.
And we should have.
One moment. Hey, Sonny, can you go open the door for Tammy Townsend downstairs?
Tammy.
We're gonna take a break, and we'll be back with the talented, sexy, off the chain.
Do not say sexy right
She
now.
is.
Off the
No, but
chain.
if you say sexy, there's
Actress-
gonna be some woman mad.
Actress, singer extraordinary, Tammy Townsend. Much love. Yeah. It seems like life is so funny. One time you're up, another time you're down. I had this situation that put me in a situation that I just couldn't understand. You know it had to do with love now. Listen to my story. How could I been so blind not to have seen what was on your mind? Things you said to me let me know that the love we shared was out the door. So what am I supposed to do when I have this love for you? And what am I supposed to feel when this pain is oh so real? A fool for love is a fool for pain. A fool for love is a fool for pain. What am I supposed to do? A fool for love is a fool for pain. A fool for love is a fool for pain. What am I supposed to do? Where did I go wrong? How could this be that all this time
when you keep on walking away from me. And even though your tears seem true, you can't give me what I've been giving you.
A fool for love is a fool for pain.
Fool for love.
A fool for love is a fool for
Here's a
pain.
fool for pain. No matter what you ask me to do, I'll be that fool.
Fool for love is a fool for
Tell it
pain.
like it is, tell it like it is.
A fool for love is a fool for pain.
Hey,
A fool for love is a fool for
I'm a fool
pain.
for you, baby. I'm a fool for you,
A fool for love
darling.
is a fool for
Come
pain.
on, come on.
A fool for love is a fool for pain.
So what am I supposed to do when I have all this love for you? And what am I supposed to feel when all this love I have is real? So what am I supposed to do when I have all this love for you? And what am I supposed to feel when all this love I have is real?
A fool for love is a fool for pain. For pain. A fool for love is a fool for pain. For pain. A fool for love is a fool for pain. For pain. A fool for love is a fool for pain. For pain.
For the life of me, I can't understand how I got here. I said I wasn't gonna sing another sad love song, no. But right now, sad is how I feel since you've been gone. And I've cried so many tears. Even started drinking, thinking that would solve all my problems. But no drink in the world could take this pain away.
Every time I hurt, baby.
Every time I hurt.
Every time I cry, baby.
Every time I cry.
Every time I sing. sing sad love songs, it's because of you. Every time I hurt, baby. Every time I hurt. Every time I cry. Every time I cry. Every time I sing sad love songs, it's because of you.
It's been too long since I last saw your face. It's been too long since I felt your warm embrace. Tired of hugging the pillows, tired of staring at the walls. I can't accept that you're not here with me at all. Then I take a minute to ask myself why.
Every time I hurt,
Every time I hurt,
every time I cry,
every time I cry,
every time I sing sad love songs, it's because of you.
Yeah.
Every time I hurt,
Every
baby.
time I hurt,
Every time I cry, baby. Every time I sing sad love songs, it's because of you.
I can't imagine another man holding you, loving you. I keep on thinking about our fussing and fighting, and I never meant to hurt you, babe. No, 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 no. Even though I know you deserve a better man, I'm expecting you to come back home again. And I know you're never gonna set foot in my house. So I keep singing these sad love songs. Yeah. Every time I hurt,
Every time I cry, baby. Every time I sing sad love songs, it's because of you. Every time I hurt, baby. Every time I cry, baby.
every time I cry,
Every time I sing sad love songs, it's because of
to
you.
you. Every time
Every time I hurt,
shed a
baby.
tear, that's me.
Every time I cry, baby.
Every time
I sing
call your
sad love
name,
songs,
that's me.
because of you.
Things are the same. Every
Every time I hurt, baby.
baby.
Every time I cry, baby.
Every
Every time I sing sad love songs, it's
I've done so many things in my life that I'm not too proud of. When it comes to hindsight, I wish I was blind. Loving you is a gift from up above. Said I owe you my life, and I owe you my. I'll give it up.
Don't need diamonds and don't need no girls, and I don't need no platinum to live in this
I'll
world.
give it up.
Don't need a Bentley or a house on the hill, said I don't need.
I'm overcome by the visions of the nightmares without you. Spirit slowly leaking to my soul's demise. Countless times I spent rejecting your love, only to realize the ultimate prize. Loving you is a gift from up above. Said I owe you my life, Until I met you. Until I met you. Said I'm ready. I'm
Is it too loud? Oh.
Me and Blue gonna have a sing off one day. Blue think he can sing. I'm gonna tear his ass up.
Is it too loud? Okay, I'm the one controlling right here. Yeah. I'm sorry. You just tell me. Hilarious.
You know what? I don't even know what I'm doing. I just wanted to have my phone here.
Cause everybody's got their phone in?
Exactly.
That's-
I really don't know. Are you
Well,
guys live?
Yeah, I'm live on mine.
Live
live on
comments on here, but
See, I
I
don't
just
even.
use it to speak on text while we're talking.
Okay, well, I don't do live, but I rarely do live, and so I don't know what I'm doing.
Lacey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for watching the show. All you do is talk about me all the time.
Hilarious.
I've done so many things in my life that I'm not too proud of. When it comes to hindsight, I wish I was blind. Loving you is a gift from up above. Said I owe you my life, and I owe you my.
Yeah,
Damn, you hit that note.
that's it. I'll give it up from the Out of the Blue.
Blue, is that you?
Huh?
That was you?
You didn't know that was me?
No, I thought that was somebody else.
Okay.
Oh my.
You're a new fan.
Damn. Damn, Blue, you can sing, man.
Oh, yeah.
If I was gay, I would throw you my drawers.
Oh, my God.
Don't do that.
Why you got to be gay?
Because you can't. I ain't gonna throw you my drawers. It's a good drawers.
So you
$30
might want to
drawers.
wash.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're back with the show Out of the Blue. You're on my planet. And on my planet, I have Maria,
Hey.
and my boy, D Green.
D Green.
So, you know, I have this friend of mine that's she's amazing. Most people don't even know that they know her for acting. A lot of people don't know that she has some vocals that's out of this world. She decided to come on by and stop by my planet, spend some time with us. Ladies and gentlemen, the most beautiful girl I know that's a Leo.
What?
Shouts out to rehearsal.
Shouts out to rehearsal. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the most beautiful girl I know that's a Leo, Tammy Townsend.
Whoa, welcome, Tammy.
What's up, baby?
Tammy, you a Leo?
I am a Leo.
Oh, yeah, the best.
Man, you know,
What?
Leos and Aries get together.
They do. In
But
fact,
in fact, what? Go ahead.
our favorite to get together is an Aries. Aries first, and then Libras, and then Sagittarius.
Yes, because you used to date
My
an Aries.
best friend is an Aries.
You used to date an Aries.
I
I'm married to
did.
Scorpio.
I did.
I'm married to Scorpio, so
I'm
what
an
that say?
Aries. Well,
Y'all are
you
nasty.
Yeah, and Adam's got
What,
damn-
Scorpios and that?
Heck yeah,
Oh.
freaky.
Okay, all right. You heard that?
Out of the blue.
Okay. We got a new fan for real.
Yes.
So listen,
Yeah.
I'm technically challenged. I'm
Why
trying
you
to
trying
figure out
to-
how
I'm
to go
terrible.
live.
I'm so
I was trying
bad.
to show Tammy how to go live, and I can't figure it out.
It's kind of hard with that walkie-talkie you got.
Instagram?
Yeah,
Your phone is a walkie-talkie.
yeah, big as shit.
Breaker
Tease me
119.
because I'm not I'm Are you iPhone?
It ain't
Tammy?
iPhone.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
Android.
iPhone.
You're iPhone.
Yeah, but what Android is that?
What Android
My-
is that?
The
A Pixel.
Is that a
It's a
television?
what? It's the first.
That's a goddamn TV.
Wait.
That's for Sham Show.
Whatever works for me.
And you keeping it for nostalgia reasons?
Oh look.
No.
Okay, I see this. I'm just gonna take a picture of this screen. Now see, this is what. Okay, look at that.
Oh my God.
Like,
Technically challenged,
I don't know
ladies
how
and
to go
gentlemen.
live.
These women right here, technically challenged.
shut up, Blue.
Yeah.
So last week we had the African American Film Festival.
Yes, Pan African Film Festival.
Yes, definitely. And I
Very good.
went to go see the screening of Tammy's new show. It's a 7 series.
6.
45 minutes, 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Was
I
like
think it's about 40.
40.
It was
I
kind of
thought
like 40
40.
minutes. It was
Tammy,
kind of like
did
40
you
minutes.
shoot it, Tammy? Kind of making Blue look bad here right
Yeah,
now.
no. I was asking a
actually,
question.
I'm not making Blue look
No,
bad.
yeah,
I'm
she
looking
looked-
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But it's funny. I forgot that it was a series. I thought we were looking at a movie. So when it cut off, I was like, what's going on? That means that it was that good. It was really a very good, and my girl killed it. Like, for real.
She did.
She killed it. She nailed the role. Like, she took the lead seriously. And I also know the writer, Patricia.
Patricia Cuffy Jones.
Yes.
Yes.
You got to say all three.
That's right.
And
Patricia what?
Patricia
Patricia.
Cuffy Jones.
yes,
She got married or something?
she is married.
Oh,
She's
no, I'm
married,
saying when you say 3 names, usually.
and her husband
Yes.
man.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey is a husband that stands by her side for real.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
You say it again, so Maria can hear that part. about
What
the
part?
black
A
man.
husband that
Yeah,
stand
black
by his side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down for his woman.
Yeah,
for
they
real.
say, we're all not bad.
Actually, this is her dream, and she said when she was gonna go get a job, he said, "Baby, no, finish your dream.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he a good man.
Finish your dream."
He a good man.
Yep.
Yeah, he
See,
sold
they're
it
still
down.
out there.
Yeah,
we
you know what I'm
out
saying?
here.
You know?
They are out there.
We are out here. Blue, I don't like how she treat me, Blue. And you let her get away with it, man. You got to start helping me, Blue.
Hey, you right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
It sound like a discussion that happened.
You
a
missed
couple
it,
of-
Tammy.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It got heated. Were you in here by yourself?
Yo, man.
Nobody was taking
that's
your.
part of the
Tammy,
problem.
Tammy,
Yeah.
even if she by herself, it's still 4 of her. So don't trust and believe me. Don't think that, don't give it, don't nobody she here by
okay,
herself.
so she can
Yeah.
hold it down.
Yeah,
by
yeah, she
yourself,
hold it
your
down.
own damn
Yeah.
self then.
Oh no, she got.
No,
She
it
got.
took me a minute.
It did take her a minute, but she did.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
4
I-
weeks. Okay.
I wish
All
it
right.
took you 20 weeks. God damn.
Well,
Oh my God.
so tell me, first of all, how did Patricia pick you for this role?
You know, I've known Patricia for a long time.
Right.
Long time. I was doing before Patricia started doing like television, and she was doing plays before.
Right.
So
Right. That's what that's how I followed her.
Yeah. So I actually was doing a play called Fabric of a Man with Darren
man.
Henson.
Yes.
That's my guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, D. Henson.
Yeah. Years ago.
But you know what's a trip? Wait a minute.
What?
No.
What? You're not gonna say what?
I'm gonna say that no, you didn't. That's not when you first did it with her.
What?
That's not when you first
That's
did
not
Trip
when I
Again.
first-
No. Remember, because
not?
I'm also a fan of yours. No, that's not.
When was it?
Fabric of a Man is David D. Talbert.
No. No. I met Patricia.
Oh, that's
Custer
when you
Jones.
met her. But I thought you were saying. I thought you said. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I must
Blue.
have missed the part.
Hey, Blue.
I thought you said that was the
Amy,
first thing you
no.
worked on.
Hey,
My
Blue,
bad.
Blue,
Okay,
she's
I
Blue.
get
My bad. My
Hey, Blue,
bad.
she's
I
a
mean,
guest, Blue.
thank
Oh, you
you.
want to behave?
I mean,
No,
I
man.
know it's your
You got
show
covered,
and
yeah.
everything,
No,
but
man.
I mean,
Yeah, he's like,
you running a dictatorship.
Man,
over
nigga,
here.
yeah. Hey, now you know how we feel. Hey, Tammy, all we get out of this thing is a meal, and we gotta go back to work.
Which he finished. I'm gonna wait till I get home. He started counting and
that's what-
saying, "Oh, it's gonna be one left
That's
over."
what slave masters did to us. Gave us some good food, had us eating.
Yeah.
Then we went
First
back
kind
to
to
work.
a black
I'm sorry,
slave
babe. I
master.
thought you
Dang.
said that was the first thing you worked on her with.
No.
My bad.
So that's where I first met her, and she was a PA, and she was, getting stuff for everybody and everything.
Yes.
And we hit it off, and she always tells the story like, you always treated me, and really everybody with like dignity and respect, but that's how I was raised.
That's who you are.
Okay, so and she's like, well, you know what? I'm writing. I got some stuff that I'd like to do. I'm doing a play. Would you be interested? And I was like, yeah, I'll read it or whatever. And it was good. People say that stuff all the time.
Right.
And I will give a read if I'm a woman of my word.
Right.
But most of the time it's
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but this was good. It was really good, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So we did a play together, and then she was like, you know what? I got.
What was that play?
God, I don't remember.
Oh, my bad.
Wait.
You skipped it
Wait.
for a reason.
No.
It's your story.
No, it was about. I know it's terrible. Wait. God dang it.
Tim,
But
yeah.
it was
Tell me, you have so
Blue-
much.
Blue's
in your
patience
I
is-
resume.
know it's like, but
She has
okay.
a lot on her resume.
A lot.
Oh my God.
But it was about a kind of a mother that was kind of overbearing with her son.
Oh, okay.
So-
Son of Maria,
Yes.
she could have played that role.
Yeah.
Kind
Wow.
of overbearing on her co-host.
Don't even know
Yeah.
anything about
And
my
I was
kids,
just about
but-
to say, like you've been working with.
He
her
just
for
found
what,
out you
a
had
little-
kids
a
today.
month or something?
Okay.
You know everything about you.
I just got parole. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. Go ahead, Timmy. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, and then then she wanted to do a YouTube version of it. So I've stuck with you, and we did that version, and then she was like, "Wow, this is good." And then UMC looked at it and were like, "This is actually good. We want to let's make it into a series." And that's kind of how
Wow.
the events.
Let me ask you a question. The YouTube version, how much different was it from what I saw? I mean, quality,
it's the same
obviously.
premise. It's the same thing. It's just, but the lead was different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Thomas Jones played my husband in the YouTube.
Oh,
YouTube version
okay,
of it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So, and that's the only thing.
Hey,
I mean,
where are you from? Go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
Where you from? What part
born
of-
and raised
What-
in Carson, California.
Oh, so you
Hello,
LA,
she's
huh?
LA
I am
girl,
an
yeah.
LA girl.
You blood
LA
or Crip?
girl.
Which one?
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Wow.
You
wow.
got to claim Blue.
Wow.
Blue,
She's
don't be trying to
sanctified
act
and filled with the Holy Ghost. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Hey.
You too, Blue, as you always say, you from the east side.
I'm from
right?
the east side,
See?
81st
So-
and Avalon.
see?
Don't get it twisted.
So I'm
You know
just
what
saying. I know.
No, Carson. Okay, so Carson like borderlines Compton is like right there, and we kind of. I mean, I'm not speaking
So
for
you wore all
everybody in
colors.
Compton.
You just wore whatever
We were all
got you to the
col-
neighborhood.
No, we to say you like I'm from the hood. I'm from Carson. You get your ass
It is,
kicked.
yeah, okay.
You would. He'd be like, don't
But
even
what
come in
what
there
what
with
was your
that.
neighborhood border on? Crip or blood?
I
'Cause
don't know.
everybody
'cause
neighborhood.
I really wasn't.
Because your parents kept
into
you
it.
busy.
Yes.
I think blood.
That's what
I'm
I'm
not
trying-
Sure.
you think-
I'm,
you think-
I'm almost scared to say
you
that
think-
because they'd be like, "You said it was blood. It wasn't." I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it was actually.
Damn it,
But I
Tammy.
know Brandy, and Brandy lived in my neighborhood.
Did you?
Oh, you live in the neighborhood? I think you probably
Brandy,
was in
the
blood
singer?
neighborhood.
The
You was in
singer,
blood neighborhood.
yes, and Ray J.
Did you ever
So
do her
ta-
show?
I didn't do her show. No, I never did.
I used to do
didn't.
warm up for that show. That's what I'm trying to figure.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
the
no,
last
no,
Are
no.
you
Yeah,
still
what,
trying? She
Mama?
told you how she knew you.
No. I didn't say that. I knew how she knows.
Oh, you trying to get your mind right.
Tammy,
Yes.
I would like to know,
She was like, I'm in
I would like to know
right
what
now. Stop
inspired-
this train wreck.
Yeah, my bad.
pretty much. I would like to know what inspired you to get into acting. Did you know that this was just you were born to do it, or was there a special moment?
You know what? I didn't. I didn't set out to be an actor. I wanted to be a dancer. That's what I wanted to do. And so it was kind of like a freaky kind of event because we were in the mall with our dance class and all that kind of stuff, and we were trying to get other kids to join our company, our academy, a dance academy. And this lady saw me dancing, and she went over to my mom and she was like, you know what? I think she would be good in acting. And should, she was recruiting too because she wanted people to come to her acting class.
Right.
And then I got in there and I actually liked it.
Well,
So that's kind of how it happened. It just evolved that way. But my first love was dance.
Oh wow.
tap.
I did
Ba-
tap,
yeah, so yeah.
jazz, ballet, and modern dance. I
Do
did
you
all
want
of
to
it.
go back to that, or you want to stick to?
So
acting?
your first
Can-
love wasn't singing?
Can I go back to? I mean, the moves now are so intricate now. I mean, when we danced, we was all over the floor. I don't know if you are old enough for that. You might.
And you hit
She
your
hit
head
her
on the
eye.
mic.
Yeah, she
You
hit her
all right?
eye in the
You all right?
mic.
You okay?
Damn,
Are
Maria,
you?
gotta
I feel like you
Cam, you gotta be real
older.
question when you talk to her because every now and then she'll
Yeah.
hit her eye. in
Yeah.
the-
She
in
was
the
like,
mic.
well, no, she looks very young. Like you could.
Thank you.
you're
I'm
like
She's
a
a young
millennial.
80. She's a great.
She might be. Are you a?
I'm
you're a
over
millennial?
40.
Can make all over, crisp and green, arms and
Wow.
elbows.
And you know what's so funny? Because not all light skinned people.
Age well.
No, they don't.
See,
And
you know what,
see-
Tammy? I love
I'm
you for
light-skinned.
that.
I
I love
age
you
well.
for saying that.
No, it's
You know why?
true.
Because if we would have said that, oh my God, pistols would have been flying around this motherfucker.
No, we don't. We
But
don't.
light skinned
all
people
of us
don't because you don't have that collagen or whatever. That's why
Collagen.
blue,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
You
Blue's
ain't got
90
collard greens in you.
Yeah.
What's it?
Blue's 90.
Y'all ain't got the collard greens.
We got collard greens. Me and Blue got ham hocks.
Wow, that's they do be taking it too far. I
Wow.
see. I
So
feel like
Tammy,
sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it sounds like you
Hey,
said.
and
Collard
Maria,
greens.
could you do me a favor? When you start asking the questions, stop turning your back to me and Blue like we ain't here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Turn
Yeah.
your back like
You ain't got to let everybody
Yeah,
know you
yeah.
don't like us.
Dig it.
am I back for her now?
Dig it.
Tammy.
So,
Now
Tammy,
you-
you know,
yes.
I'm going to tell you my own, we had this discussion. My only grievance with
Yes.
the show is that everybody was fine. I mean, everybody was fine. I
didn't have a
started,
problem with it.
I started trying to suck in my stomach and shit. And I was on, look, I was so close to the screen. I was in it. I was in the movie. I was waiting for my credits. I was like, and
You were close.
I was close. I was like,
But
oh
was it
my-
because you came late?
It was-
Got his
Keep on the
ticket
gun.
late,
you know,
came
what?
late.
I've never been that close, and I had my hat on right. I had to take my hat off because my neck was bothering me because I couldn't lean it all the way back. So I took my hat off.
Yeah.
You
No,
was
he got
so
his
rough.
ticket late. That
I
happened
got
to me
delayed.
one time.
And
I'll
look,
never
look,
do it
look,
again.
look, and look. And this my girl. I love her. I was late. Everybody knew I was late. Because when I walked through, she said, Blue!
I did do
said,
that.
Oh, that's nice. That's love. That's love. That's love.
I
And
did.
as I walk all the way to the second row
She
to
say
the
Blue
front.
like that, like Blue, I love you. Or Blue, get out the way.
No, it was like,
She's
like,
Blue,
oh,
get your ass out.
oh,
the
there go Blue. Blue knows Tammy. Don't know her that well. Look, he going to the front.
yeah, and he's late.
Don't know her that well. He going
Wait.
to the front.
They didn't even give me tickets.
Wow.
Okay, extra tickets. I'm
Now,
just
let me
saying.
ask you a question.
not get
Did
tickets,
your show did people have to pay for it a larger? Because like when Cedric and them and Nick Cannon had theirs, I think tickets were like $25 and $70.
No,
So
they
was
were
it more
they were
expensive?
charging. Yeah, they were
No,
charging.
but was it more expensive? Because I went to the festival and I saw the short film festival. I mean the short films because a friend of mine had one in there and it was like $10 a ticket or something. So was your guys?
No, I think it was about 12.
Yeah,
it was
12 to
$14.
$15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't
What
that
day
much.
did it air? I mean, show over there because I missed it.
It was on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Valentine's
Actually, that's a
Day.
good question.
Oh, that's why-
What
oh,
day
I had
did
a
it
date.
air on
Oh,
UMC?
air? I thought he was talking
What day
about
did he did say that, but that
2
was
weeks
another
ago
question.
on a
Yeah.
Thursday.
That no, he didn't know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
No.
I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know the exact date, but it was 2 weeks.
It wasn't
So
a
that was the
Thursday.
first- that was the
It's
first?
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday before.
So
It
how
comes
many
on
more-
every Thursday.
It's every Thursday.
So it's
It's
tonight
every
too.
Thursday. Oh yeah.
So when we go home, we better shit.
Absolutely. yeah.
Tonight. It's
But you
airing
got to get
tonight,
UMC.
right?
You do.
So
Hey, wait.
Maria
That
was asking that question.
disrespectful.
I know. If I cut you off,
No, I'm talking about you.
So
I
what?
gotta get you.
No, but UFC. Maria was saying that she just hit on it. I know it's $4.99, but she said she saw something for $6.99. But I told her no, it's $4.99. Did it change? Has it changed?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, I just asked the question, and you just could just
We
feel
were
like.
trying to tell our
Yeah.
viewers to,
Right.
to
Yeah.
log in and register.
Okay, so
on
in case
I
you
don't
don't
know.
know about UMC, UMC is a part of Bob Johnson. Now Bob Johnson
Oh,
started BET.
Yeah.
And he sold it. But this is a part of his conglomerate of different things that he has put together, bought. This UMC is like Netflix. So wherever Netflix is, UMC is there. So, but it's kind of geared more to the urban.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, they are really killing it. And for $4.99, come on, you can't beat that.
I hate,
mean,
but I hate,
to-
but
to
why couldn't
support
it be
your own
free though?
folks.
No, you
And
should
support your
but
own
why,
folks.
but why did they have it where you had to buy it though? I just want to know.
Don't you have to pay for every streaming
Yeah,
service?
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, because of streaming, that's why you have to
Yeah,
buy it. Oh,
exactly.
I apologize. I
Yeah,
thought-
oh,
I
because
just-
you got that jacket for free. You think everything for free.
Why you gotta pay
Right.
for it? What?
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
This man wanted, he want
Right.
to talk about the clothes I was
So-
getting.
You know what I'm saying?
what
And,
That's
and
what
you
I'm
know,
saying.
why not support your own people?
Why
Right.
not support
See
your own people?
own folks doing things,
Yes.
you know, and this is from, you know, they've been around for a little bit, and they're doing some. They had some like regime changes, and they're doing some things over there now. This you know, they got a whole bunch of different stuff that's coming out. That is stuff that you haven't seen before, and you know, and it's textured now. They got quite a bit of a different kind of menu going on right now.
So
I'm
is it
trying to
urban?
I'm trying to like not because I
Yeah.
know some of the
Right.
shows that are coming out,
Right,
and I
right.
can't say
Okay.
what they
Right,
are.
right, right.
But it's really dope. The concepts are dope. You know what I
Diversity.
mean?
It's a lot of
yes,
it's a lot of different
exactly.
things. Go ahead.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
no. That's what
I got a
mean.
question for you, and I want you to think about this before you answer it.
Oh Lord,
I'm not gonna do you like
I
the
didn't
dude.
know I was gonna be tested.
I'm not gonna do you like the dude that was interviewing you during the.
oh him.
He was crazy.
We apologize for him.
Oh my god!
was
But no,
Blue
Did-
told me in my heart, I was like, what?
What he did? What he did? What he been? Was he
I don't even
disrespectful?
think
Well,
we
look-
should give him
Tell me.
airtime
What-
for that.
he was-
actually.
no,
He was
okay,
very
so-
disrespectful.
Oh.
So, do you
Leave
know
it
who
at
EUR, the EUR report is?
No, I don't know.
He's the owner of the EUR report, the EUR web.
I don't know.
I didn't know
And-
who he was either.
He was the
He been around for a long
he been
time.
around
Yeah.
like and that was the part that why he was pissed off, because he's been interviewing people for a long time,
Yeah.
but
He needs
he
to correspond
forgot
what to do.
he forgot to be respectful. Just because I haven't been in the game as long as you, respect what I'm doing right now. He
Absolutely.
forgot his place. That's all that happened.
What did he do?
Well, she tried to save you. She did try to
he was
save you.
disrespecting you?
No, he disrespected the whole cast, but
Yeah.
Tammy gave him a way.
Out.
No, you know how sometimes you need somebody to check you.
Yeah.
She checked him early enough for him to go, okay, let me put things in perspective. She was like, oh, I don't. He was like, so we're going to interview the star of Stuck With You, the gorgeous Tammy Townsend. And she says, I don't know about you. Like, what you don't know about me? She says, you kind of scare me. I scare you.
Is that how you talk?
Yes.
Yeah, that is how he talks.
Yeah,
You gotta.
well,
She's like, you
scaring me,
scare
boo."
me. She said, you scare me. Well, why do I scare you, Tammy? She said, well, you be asking some crazy questions sometimes.
She was being
That
nice.
right
Oh,
there
well,
should have
Let
been
you know.
like,
Be
okay,
respectful with your questions.
my man,
He didn't get it.
he did not get
No,
it.
he didn't.
To the point where the crowd in the theater wanted him.
Oh,
Everybody
Oh, so
wanted
it
him.
was
in
inside the theater.
the
Yeah.
theater,
Oh,
my
crowd
bad.
in the
I'm thinking-
theater was
I'm
like,
thinking like
take
maybe you
his
was on the red
mic,
carpet and-
take his mic. I also do narrating. Like
Yep.
before they was giving their question, I also do narrating. Take his mic.
Yep. They're like, we need a new MC. Can he go?
So they
sit
did.
around?
They
That
did
should've had
Q&A
me.
after the.
That was he
after
was the
this-
Q&A.
Yeah, no,
He was?
asking.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that was the. he was
Oh,
the
my
Q&A.
bad. That's even worse. I was
Yeah.
thinking that maybe you was on the red carpet and he
No.
was asking you.
He did it in front
Oh,
of
my
the
God.
whole crowd.
Couple
and
hundred
It was
people.
almost a revolt up in
Disrespectful.
there.
They should have slapped him in the motherfucking
Have
door.
you
He was
received
about
an
to.
apology from him yet?
No.
No.
And in
Wow.
fact, he came up to me afterwards and he was like, I don't understand what I did wrong.
Oh, so so that was
Like, let somebody play it back for you.
Tammy, I was wondering, is your hair so special where you can't put the
Yes,
headphones on
it
top of
is.
it? I'm talking to Tammy.
Well,
She know, so she can help me. Thank you.
That's nice.
It is that special
It is, it's
because
good, and it's
if I put this on top of it, my hair is gonna look
Tammy,
like a
you
Like-
see where mine is.
It's
back
called
here.
hat hair.
Well, we don't really care
Thank
about you.
you.
We don't really care about you, Marie.
I know. This is what I deal with.
Obvious.
This is what I deal
Hilarious.
with.
So what my thing was, everybody was fine. I mean,
Oh yeah, back to that point.
everybody was fine.
Even the guys
We thought we escaped that. And we're like,
But nobody
out of shape.
out of shape.
Nobody look like me and you.
Everybody was.
that's coming in season
It's
2.
season 2, right, Tammy?
That's gonna come in season 2. So everybody watch.
was Billy D. Williams. You're gonna let my hand fall off. Everybody. I mean, I was over there looking, going, no, that's how you like. No, that's a shadow. That's a shadow. They ain't saying everybody was
Blue
fine.
looking at the show like,
See,
I'll
I
never
didn't
be
even
on
think
that
about
mother-
that, Blue.
Huh?
Do you think about that every show you watch?
Men do, we do.
I was looking at the
Do you really?
creativity.
I'm wondering.
No,
'cause
you
I
don't.
didn't even
I
think
went
about that.
creativity.
No.
I was looking at the
The
creativity.
creativity or whatever.
I was
one
trying to
looked
see
like.
why I didn't get a part. I saw completely why I didn't get a part.
But you in season 2.
I saw
Okay,
why I
wait a
didn't get a
minute.
part.
I gotta come to my girl's defense.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, because she wasn't even thinking like that, and this girl is all about inclusion.
Yes, she is.
You know, and she said it. She's like, you know what? After it aired, she did get a note like that from one of the fans, and they were like, we need this. How come wasn't no fluffies people in there? You know, folks of some size, of shape.
Fat boy in a
and-
little coat.
You know what I mean? And no, like, you know, let's rep. And she was like, dang, you know, I didn't even think about that.
She didn't
But
think
you know
about
what's why?
She
You
didn't
know
think
that. You
about
know
it.
why that's important.
And
though,
it's not like
honestly?
she's a size 1 or 2.
Right,
So
but-
it's
Oh, she
not like-
fine though. Don't get it
No,
twisted.
no,
She
no,
fine. She
no,
beautiful.
exactly. Which is my.
But
which
you
is
know
my
why
whole
that's
point.
important? Because people, and it's not even so much important that it ruins the show. But unfortunately, there's people out there, even if it's not a problem, will make it a problem.
Well,
Yeah.
people just
You know what
want
I
to
mean?
relate to
Oh,
it.
so I
Right.
just made it a
People
problem.
want to see people on TV who
That look like
them.
and
them.
they-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want
okay.
a guy that's
Thank you
kind
for
of
saving
handsome
me, Maria.
with a slight list.
Well, I mean,
That's what
you
I
know.
feel I should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sorry.
Well,
We
I
gotta-
mean, but
we
then,
gotta-
okay,
you're right. We gotta work on
but then we had like we had some older folks in there too.
Wait, what's this older
know what
folk
I mean?
shit mean? What's that
No,
mean?
no, hey,
How old?
don't
You
even
know,
try,
no,
'cause
I
you and
think
might
it
be the
was-
same
I'm gonna
damn
be
age.
honest
No,
you-
she had an array of
I'm-
color and array
I'm gonna
of
be honest with
age.
you. I think it was age
you know?
appropriate. Like I really thought it was age
She
appropriate.
had some millennials in there.
She
She had
did.
some baby boomers in there. She
But-
had some Generation
But
X's
in her
in there.
defense, and I want to say this.
Did you even see it?
No.
Okay,
But
why
I'm-
are we,
but
okay.
I'm
So
talking
why
about
you
what
under
no,
defender?
What you talking about? No, because this is something that we see on television.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's your show. If you have a vision, you should be allowed to go with your vision.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I've been on other shows. Excuse me, Blue.
My bad. My
Okay.
bad. He was the first Popeyes.
That was the Popeye.
Well, she went
Yeah, he
with her
first
vision.
Popeye.
She
Yeah,
just
but-
didn't think.
Love
No,
that chicken from
Side.
No, what I'm
Popeyes.
saying is, we shouldn't, or whoever said something. it's
Oh
an
shit,
issue.
that
It
was
her-
you. You the original
Dang,
Popeye
nigga.
nigga.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
real.
y'all just figuring this shit out.
Yeah,
I was Charles.
I need your autograph.
He got
Nah,
credentials.
Dannon.
Nah, see?
You was too young to
He
remember.
got
Love that
credentials.
chicken from
Wait a minute.
Popeye.
First of all, it wasn't that long ago, young lady.
Oh,
Talk about
sorry.
damn,
My
you're too
bad.
young. Damn.
Hilarious. Oh my God.
You know what, Tammy? You just got up on here. She can break out. Let me tell you that. She can break out.
He said, "Oh, you were too young to know about that."
No, but what I'm saying is, and this is, I'm in defense of television and producers. Sometimes, if this is your vision when you write, or if this is what you know as a community or whatever, let that be your vision. Stop conforming to pressure of, well, we got to have this kind of person. We got to no, just be, people got mad at Friends, but
White
we.
Friends.
Who?
What?
Friends?
What?
The show?
This
The TV
motherfucker
show
speaking
Friends.
French?
I said Friends. People got mad. Thank you for her.
Oh, he said
understanding.
French.
Yeah.
I thought he said we.
But
No, he said friends.
Free Michelle.
But we knew that it came from the other show, right, with Queen Latifah and them. But maybe
Living single.
right, living single. But maybe white folks didn't have any black friends. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't. So what I'm saying is, your show, even though I didn't see it, if you got all fine people, maybe everybody fine hang together. Fine women hang together.
I mean, that does happen.
Yeah, well, not with you,
See-
Maria, but I mean, a lot of fine women hang together. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
Oh, sorry.
no.
Okay, I
Can
can
we
get with
get-
that because it
Thank you.
a lot of talented. So it could be a lot of singers hang with singers.
Thank you.
You know, or musicians hang with musicians. I
Comedians
get
hang
No,
that.
I get what
comedian.
you're
I'ma get
saying,
that.
but in this case, she really doesn't think
It
like
wasn't
that.
it.
No, she didn't think like
Because, Patricia has friends of all colors
She do,
and
she do.
all sizes.
She do.
Right.
For real.
She do.
So she just it just didn't register. And I bet you if we get a season 2, and that would be because
You
of
will.
people like you, if you would just watch the show.
You will. We need.
Watch
we
the
need
show,
that.
y'all. Come
Then
on.
you
We
will
need you to
see
watch
that
the show.
reflected.
Can we
will.
can we get back to Tammy and the show because I watched the show and I
We're
have
talking
questions.
about the show.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Oh, yo, hold
Go
up.
ahead.
Remember the other day she said she don't do that? But go ahead, Maria.
I don't
Go ahead.
do
Change
what?
the subject.
No, no, go ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Ask the question.
I don't
Fine.
do what?
Nothing.
She been
Sorry.
working on it. Come
Yeah,
on.
she was. Go ahead.
Tammy,
Yeah, I
what
love
is
fun.
your favorite characteristic of your character? Candace, right? Is it Candace
Yes,
or
Candace.
Freshly read.
That was a deep question.
That was a really deep
Yeah.
question.
It is.
She was at home
Favorite
practicing.
characters. You know what? She's a go-getter, and I have to really for me, because this business is so crazy and
Man.
can just pull so much of your good energy out.
Yes.
She just gets out there and she does it. for me, it takes a minute. I got to, get myself together, got to meditate, pray, burn sage, just like a whole to-do sometimes for me to get out there and, okay, I'm part of this is what I got to do to, hustle and get what I need to do to the next thing. She just has that automatically. So I do like that about her.
So do you have to find, I call it that Sasha Fierce, like Beyonce. Do you have to dig deep and find that before you play that role or any of your roles?
No,
actually?
with that role, it was easy because I think I mentioned that at the theater. The way that Patricia writes,
Yeah, it's on the paper.
it's on the page.
Oh, nice.
It's just on the page, and it just you just go. I mean, but it's nice when you have a person that you can kind of connect with and get you, because I feel like she makes some of my dialogue based on who I am.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's really.
I think she said that though. I think she said
Did she say that?
it was
because I was too busy.
your
listening to the
character
MC,
was
hoping he wasn't gonna get killed.
She was too
'cause
focused
It was
on
about to
this-
be a
this-
riot.
your
up in
character
there.
was kind of geared to you. And it probably because it
From the
probably was
beginning?
no. I think what she was really saying is because y'all had did the
Did
YouTube
the YouTube
that
yeah.
then it more geared to because now she knew who you
Okay.
were, she knew how you flow. It was more geared to you
That's
on that
dope when
understanding.
that's
Can I ask,
happening, right?
are you, because you guys have like a limited, I guess we're like 8 or 9 episodes, how many episodes?
8. We did 8.
Are you able to now, because you don't know if you're going to get picked up for another season,
Right.
are you able to do film? Like, are you doing any films? Are you doing any are you doing anything outside of
Well,
now?
right
Like,
now,
or you
I
obligated to
literally just booked a job. When I book it? Friday. When I book Monday. So I'm doing a show called Big Shot with
Tiffany Haddish, right?
no Tiffany isn't in this. Oh, but she's
Yeah.
in a
She's MC in a show called, I think it was
Oh.
with the kids.
Oh,
right?
no,
No,
that's
it's little
TV
kids.
show.
No, I apologize.
No, that's totally different.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
He promised not to do that again.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
So sorry.
sorry. The
So
guy that
sorry.
made
He asked you a question, go answer for you.
the
Y'all
gentleman
know
that made this
Yvette
drink made it a
Nicole
little strong.
Brown?
Yes.
Yes, so she's on this show, and I'm doing a guest spot on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Congratulations.
thank you.
So-
Appreciate it.
Let me ask you a question. So you were saying that you have to get yourself into the frame of mind to get ready. Okay, there are two different kind of actors. Are you the actor that's looking for the role that goes 10, 12 seasons, and then you can just go on with your life? Are you the thirst actor
Be careful.
Just a thirster.
We just had a Weinstein
that
situation
is
going on.
just that this is just you don't even know when you're gonna retire? Like, do you have an end?
An end to it.
Do you have an end for
I
you?
absolutely do.
Yeah.
My goal is to get to a point where I don't have to act, and I can do what I want. Where they're like, "Oh, this role, I don't want that one.
Yeah.
This looks interesting. Let
Okay.
me do this." But what I want to do eventually is actually get into more writing and producing. I'm not
Really?
even trying. I love Patricia and I love Sally, and they doing all
Right.
these directing kind of stuff. I can't do that. I know as an actor, I'm not a crazy actor, but I've been around crazy actors. As a director, I would not even. I'd be cursing everybody out. Get out! You suck. You didn't do your homework.
Right.
It would be all that. So I know that I'm not that person, but like a writer, writing and producing is something that I'm really, really interested in.
Okay.
Do you feel like I just produced a documentary?
Very good. What's the name
Thank
of
you.
it?
It's called The Executioners. We all had a chance. It's a boxing documentary.
That's awesome.
And
Out of Philly.
out of Philadelphia. Thank you, Blue.
Dope.
But one reason I did it was because even though I'm a stand-up and people know me from that, I felt like for me to stay in the game longer, I'm going to have to create and be looked at a little differently. Do you feel
Yeah.
that's one of the things you want to accomplish?
I really don't care what people think.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm only doing
No,
it.
for you. I'm saying for you.
For
No, I'm
me.
not talking about what
Yeah,
people
no,
think
no,
about you.
no.
I'm saying you talked about how you want to do other things. So
Yeah.
is that one of the reasons?
Yeah, I mean,
for
I think what's really cool is if you, at any point, everybody should start to evolve,
Right.
and kind of like find other things to do, and because I feel like most of us, God blesses us with more than one talent. So that's something that I'm interested to see where I'm going to end up, and listen, I like being the leading lady and all that kind of stuff, but you got to always
Killed
be
it.
snatched, and I mean, you know what I mean?
Aren't
You
you
do
always
it. I was
snatched?
Is
No.
it natural?
No, but you
No.
always
It's natural.
snatched.
And it takes hard work. Not unless I don't. I mean, it's not
I
like
know
that's
it.
what
No, it don't take no work. Absolutely
takes
none.
hard,
Can you help me out? I'm a
hard
little
work.
lost.
Well,
All
for
right.
me, 'cause
Snatches mean when your body's tight. When you constantly watching what you eating, you
All the
working
time.
out, you doing all that kind of stuff. All the things I'm not doing.
Well, and the thing is it's not like once I stop, I'm gonna let it go. But I don't have to work as hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
So and you know, people say they should accept you for who you are, and that's great and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't like the way I look at a certain size, even
Right.
on camera, because
Right.
camera, you know, makes you like 10 pounds
Yeah, 10
lighter,
pounds
and
heavier.
I mean heavier, and I just don't like. the way that
I got
look.
one for you. So, and you're gonna think about this one.
Oh Lord.
And this one's probably gonna be. It's probably been on your coffee book table for a long time in your mind. So the prospect of work has become flourished for us because we have all these different ways that we have avenues to put stuff on. I mean, all these, most of them are cable networks. So that means there's so many different shows, so many places where you can get work. But the work is not the work that you're used to. It's not you're not getting the same gratitude or payment. and I'm gonna go way back on you, that you were getting on Different Strokes.
Wow.
Okay? So
You didn't have to go that far.
yeah, no, oh no, she a thespian. Don't get it twisted.
I was.
She
yeah,
a thespian.
When I was like
that was her first
5.
one.
Well, I
First
know I
one.
saw you then because I watched that show
You did.
So
every day.
those checks,
Willis?
when you were working then, the road to the end of the road seemed closer.
Right.
Yes, it did. But now with all this flourish, does it feel like that the chilling circuit has come to television and movies?
See, you know what, Blue? I'm not going there with you
Uh.
with this.
You said the chilling circuit?
I
Well,
already
the
know-
chilling
I know-
circuit
I know
was
it.
the chilling
Well, no, I
circuit
know what it
was
is, but I'm
where
saying-
you got paid for what you did
Right.
right then and there,
Right.
and that was it. Move on. Here, and Darius McQuarrie talked about this. He says one of the things that made him thankful is that era of Family Matters.
Yeah, I mean, shows lasted
Yes,
longer.
they lasted
you got
longer.
Yeah.
way more pay.
Residuals.
Residuals, and you weren't doing. You weren't doing 2 to 3 shows a week. It was one show for the week.
Who does that? Excuse me. Sorry.
Anyway.
No, no.
That's,
No.
and
They're
it's
shooting.
culture
I
now.
know.
They're
I'm
shooting.
being
They're
sarcastic, but I know.
shooting
We know who it is.
16 episodes in
A month.
less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, he's right.
I ain't lying. Oh no, dog. Ain't
Yeah,
no joke.
no, it's
And you
like
get
that.
paid for that.
And movies.
But,
And
is that,
move on.
but is that happening with us or all?
No,
nationalities?
It started off with us, but now that they know that they can get that,
That's exactly right.
everybody's doing it.
It's a shame.
That's
It really is a shame.
that is the climate now. Yep. That is the
That's
climate.
the climate.
Here's the thing that bothers me
Okay.
about this. I went on an audition for a white show,
Okay.
and the role was for like a district attorney type of person, and they had people from the age range was black woman,
Okay.
40 to like 60.
Okay.
Right. So I'm going out there, and I saw Lynn Whitfield
Wow.
sitting in the
Gorgeous.
lobby, and I got offended because I'm like, this is our legacy right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
This woman, has paved the way, has been in the game a long time. Why is she auditioning?
If you know, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, real talk.
And that was a
And
white
it
show?
was
Real
It
talk.
was a white show, and it was like tons of us from all walks. I saw a little bit of everybody there. But to me, I'm like, she should not be here. Y'all should give her that role.
You know
Like,
what's
that's
inter-
stupid.
you know what's
Or
interesting about the
do a private, more personal.
Something. Yeah. Or
Try
don't
out
have
for
her
it.
Have her there. Put an
Sitting
offer
there
out
with
to her.
everybody else
Exactly.
who didn't that this is their first time.
Right.
Or second time, whatever it is, but
exactly.
But you know what's funny about that? Now I'm wondering when I go out for I went out for an audition for a show, and I didn't get it. It was a Netflix show.
Okay.
But the same thing happened, but it's almost different in my mindset, and maybe because I'm not where I haven't been high at that level. But when I came in there and I saw certain people there, and I would go, okay, cool. That means I'm in the game because I'm here with those people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the opposite. Where if you see someone that you know, like in your term,
Are these your peers?
Yes, peers.
Okay.
People that, but I know that are doing their thing. You know what I mean? And so I felt like, okay, I'm in the mix.
Right. That's different.
Okay.
Than me being in there with a legend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
because she's at a level too.
Now, do you
Why do
all
you think
support each
why do you
other
think
when
that
it
happens
happens?
with us? I'm sorry.
Well, in that particular case, I just think we not valued. That's all.
And you know what? The white
So-
casting directors,
Pure word.
I hate to say,
Value.
they don't know us. Because I don't
And
think
that's
that would
true.
I
You're
don't
right
think that
about
would have
that.
ever happened
That's
with
true.
a Kim Coleman or someone that's African American
Right.
that says, you know what, who you gonna get the part to? Yeah, Tammy's good, but we already got
Exactly.
Cecily Tyson.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But they don't know us, and it's funny how they don't know us.
I know. No, you're right about that. Because
Well,
that's
they should do their homework.
No, you're right. They should do their homework, but they don't know us.
No, you're right. Because I've never, of all the black casting people that that's never occurred. Ever.
You know, I saw this happening, but I didn't see it. So I'm not gonna mention her name. It's my girl. She's one of the biggest black casting directors there is, and she throw these parties at her house. You know who
Why
I'm
we
talking
not
about
mention
now?
names?
Huh?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know, but she should know.
Hey, you know the name.
She
but
laughed.
damn, you
I
do
knew immediately.
You threw a lob up there. I ain't gonna say no, but
I threw a lot, but there's other black casting.
No,
directors.
not like that.
Okay. Well, do you know her name?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not
Okay.
gonna say her name.
Anyway,
Because you didn't want me to
so
say
I
it.
didn't want to say her name.
For
So
those
anyway,
of us
she
who
would throw
don't
these
know what they're
parties, and the
talking about.
parties you definitely don't. But
I
she
do?
would you do?
Oh.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't know.
So she would throw these parties, and the parties would be off the chain, like Denzel,
Hollywood parties.
yeah, man,
Oh, we talking
Samuel L. Jackson. It would just be parties that she threw in the summertime. All the actors would walk in
A-list
there,
black
a
folks.
list.
If you could get in.
For,
Okay,
if you knew her.
let's see
And for
100.
years it went like this.
Gotta be on the list.
I remember one year, it was all these young, different actors, and I was like, who is that person? Like, I didn't, but she was like, that person's on this person on that, this person on that. And that was the beginning, and I'm talking about at least 12, 13 years ago. This was the beginning of what we see now. Like, I trip off when people have to do the guest list and go, do you know who this person is? Oh, yes, that's Daron. He has 14 million
Followers.
followers.
on Instagram.
Like it's no longer the A and the B, which that's what it used to be. Now it's the C, D, F, M, what's it, L, M, N, O, P?
You know, they said Prince was really good at that. Like, he would have his parties and connect people. He was very strategic at individuals that he invited to
But
his
he's not
private
talking about
events.
connecting.
No,
He's
I'm
talking
saying.
about- go ahead.
Well, I'm saying when he would have his parties, you would have your legends, A-listers, B-listers, C-listers, your new people coming out.
What happens to just
feel
having a
that
party?
You
was a
would,
thing.
you would,
Has
but
it ever
at a
been?
certain point, like you kind of like, it's just so mixed up that you just don't know who's doing what. like you don't know, like you don't even like, oh girl, she,
But
Well, I
she
think
got
that's our
7
age
seasons.
But
Like
Blue-
you be like, huh?
Well, I think
But Blue,
that's
but
our age
that's
group.
what makes a lot of people, at least for me, I speak for myself, look at and know the big picture of trying to get behind the camera or trying to write. Because it gets to a point, like you have talent, and you find yourself at these doors or at these situations or at these events, and it's like, oh, that's Blue, but he ain't got about 1,000 followers. I'm just using it as an example. And then you got a kid coming in who ain't did nothing in the world, but he had one YouTube that went viral,
Yeah,
and
he ate boogers.
yeah, he ate
This
boogies.
is
Yeah,
thing.
so
This is thing.
I think it's what causes people to go, you know what? I'm gonna play the game, but I'm gonna play the game from a different position.
Well, because they know that's what makes money. Can I ask Tammy a question?
Sure.
Oh, I thought she was gonna change. My fault. Go ahead.
No,
Maria.
no,
Go ahead. Yeah.
She been writing these questions.
Yeah,
now.
she been. Yeah. Go ahead, Maria.
I've been waiting.
Yeah. We know you have been.
Tammy.
Yeah, she got
Yes.
good credit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't want
Go
to
ahead.
ask her. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so do you have a movie, a favorite movie that if it were to come on TV, any
That I
time
would
of day that
watch
you
it.
were like, I gotta stop what I'm doing, I have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
Great question, Maria.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Haters.
Damn.
Okay,
Yeah.
but these
We
go
congratulate her
way-
now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Damn. Now
I
me,
wanna
now me and
see-
Blue got to go in the bathroom and talk about what we didn't do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I
Maria.
like When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, that's a
I
good movie.
do.
That's a good movie,
That's
though.
your
That's a good
I
movie.
love that movie. I would like to see a black version.
That is a good. Oh,
Why don't you write it?
Why don't you put that together?
Well, you know what?
man, you could be Sally.
When Harry Met Sally.
I like that.
You know what
That is
movie
good.
like? You know what my movie is?
What?
Goodfellas.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Well, I was
If-
about to
some
ask
I
you.
violence
was gonna say
and shit.
Scarface because
Yeah.
most
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
violence.
Scarface and Goodfellas. I know all the lines.
Do you really?
Oh my God.
Okay.
I especially Scarface.
I am not surprised.
And I do watch The Color Purple, but to
Wish I
me,
had a gun
I
right
do
now.
watch The Color Purple each and every time it comes on.
Oh,
That
Oh,
man,
do you?
amazing,
I
amazing.
do.
Yeah.
What is yours, Blue?
Yeah, what's yours, Blue?
Oh wow, what is actually mine? You know, I have. Let me be honest with you. So what if they call them girl flicks or whatever you want to call them? I love Still Magnolia and stuff
my
like that.
God, that's an
but
amazing
but
movie.
I don't. You watch them at my age now. So I'm gonna tell you. You know when I'm not a crier. I'm just not. I'm going to funerals or nothing like that. I'm just not a crier. But when you get older, you start losing what you're saying, what they call testosterone.
What's the favorite movie, Blue?
I just
women
told you.
He just told you.
estrogen?
No, you start losing the estrogen, right?
Okay, okay.
That's the
And
movie.
so one day, I was looking.
And I got a great question. I got a great
gotta
great
tell it.
follow-up question for you, Blue.
I gotta tell it. So I'm telling you, what I'm saying is, I gotta rewatch a lot of my movies because I was watching this. It was like some kind of show, and the boy was wanting to go to school, and it was cooking show, and they wanted to pay for him to go to school. And my wife came in and asked me, "What are you watching?" And it was so sentimental to me that me trying to tell her what I was watching, I started boohooing into that. I said, "What is wrong with
You punk.
I started boohooing it like that. I was like, "What is wrong with me?" And she started laughing at me, and I was like, "I just got punked." Just so, in other words, Still Magnolia is one of mine.
Magnolias, that was
Still Magnolia is one of mine. Sleepers in Seattle is one of mine.
That's a good one. That's a
good one.
Hope Floats is one of mine. Yeah, you know what I'm
seen
saying.
Black one,
Hey,
name
can
a black
okay,
one.
So you want me to name blank?
Yeah,
black
black
one? It's
Jungle Fever's mine.
no.
That's a good one too.
Oh yeah,
That's
Jungle
a
Fever
good
was
one.
good.
That's one of mine.
Okay, you didn't name five.
Let me
Okay,
ask-
I'm
let me ask you a
wait,
question,
wait.
Blue. Let me ask you a
Wait,
question.
wait, wait.
What movie? No, on the same line.
Lorette-
Let me ask each one of y'all a question.
Okay.
I want to know what yours is too.
What-
How about
We'll
that?
get
What?
to me when
Okay.
he starts talking.
What was the movie that you ever first cried on? I wrote down mine too. So what was your first?
I don't. No, you know what? This is a sick one. I don't even want to say it because it literally made me sick and I
Gone with the
cried.
Wind?
No, that is so white.
Roots.
Wow.
Cut out cooking leg.
What?
You made me forget it now. It's like
So the age right there.
It's not. Damn it! It was right on it. When you said roots, I was like, oh, Kunta Kinte.
Oh.
I went over there like, yeah. It wasn't. Oh, it's actually a true story.
Which one?
Remember when they went to these people went to the Jim Jones story? Y'all remember?
Oh
Jim Jones?
yeah.
Oh, you know,
I was-
wait. Did you know? Because being from LA, we knew that we have some kind of connection to somebody. In like, I had an auntie. I had my mother's best friend. Like
that died there?
that was a part of that whole drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh God.
I was
I
on the East Coast
remember
when that happened.
Yeah.
So
I
that.
think I've cried
What
every
about you,
time I
Maria?
watch
It was
Maria?
that one.
What about you?
Which,
Well, she
which
hadn't
part are we
finished.
on? Are we back to my favorite?
Wait.
or
No,
But
I know,
Tammy
I-
didn't finish hers.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it was that one. It
Yeah.
was that one.
Oh,
I
that was it?
I was like
Oh, okay. And
5
what was-
years
what
old
was
when
your
I
Maria,
saw
Maria?
it.
Yeah, that was so sad.
Yeah, it was. Oh my
What were we
God.
talking about? What made me cry?
What was your first movie that ever made you cry?
And The Wiz. I'm sorry. The Wiz was the
The
second.
Wiz made you
one.
cry?
Wiz made you cry?
Yeah.
I guess the Wiz
Yeah.
gave you every
And you know what
emotion. It gave you
Everybody
every
come around.
emotion.
It did.
It gave you emotion.
To rejoice, you see.
All right, yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, okay.
In harmony. You remember that song? Come
Yeah,
on,
but I didn't cry. Yeah. All right, Maria.
You're a cold-hearted bastard.
I did,
Actually, you know, it's crazy when you said it, Roots, because that's what I remember as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we watch it every year.
But did it make you
Never
cry?
said
Was
yeah,
that the first?
Absolutely.
No, was that the first movie that ever made you cry?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What about you, Blue?
wow.
He cried at all the movies now. He just told you.
Yeah, I'm taking zinc. I'm taking zinc.
That's supposed to give you testosterone?
Yeah, that's supposed to help. Oh, with just testosterone.
Oh, well, oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Well, while
what?
he's thinking, what about your favorite?
My favorite is 5 Heartbeats.
Oh,
I mean, I'll watch it every day when it comes on.
You
like,
know what's
I
in that?
love
You
5
mean we
Heartbeats.
waited all of that for the 5 heartbeats?
you know what's so funny?
What?
Tammy checked me on the low.
Don't hate.
Can you tell us something black?
Yeah. She was like, your name on these white.
Name it all of it. Can
I
you
just wanted to help you out.
Good,
Okay,
good.
so anyway,
So what's the movie? What movie made you cry?
He said the
Not a
Still
cry.
in
He
Magnolia.
did no.
No, I
he-
didn't.
he
I know. I didn't say I
What
cried
is
for
that?
any of those. It wasn't even a TV show.
not
It was a
seeing
game
Still
show.
in Magnolia is
When
that-
I mean, it was cooking cooking show.
My movie.
Oh,
My,
I misunderstood.
my
It was
movie
horrible.
was-
It was horrible.
Magnolias.
I had two
It was
movies.
tragic.
The first movie I think I ever cried on was Tears of Endearment.
oh, Tears of, oh, yeah.
I don't know that one.
When she had cancer.
Terms
and
of
she-
endearment.
Terms
yeah.
of endearment.
Terms of
I was like, did he
endearment.
rewrite this?
Right. I was like,
I
Tears
did.
of
What the
Terms.
problem was I read it the way I wrote.
The
but I apologize.
tears
You know.
of a cloud.
And the other movie, this is going to trip you out.
Sophie Strait.
Oh, I just
No.
thought of something.
What?
It may not have been Roots. It may have been Imitation of Life.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Imitation of Life, as I was thinking.
That's-
was
I
one of
think
those
that's what
two
it was.
the first
Yeah.
one.
I think that
Yes,
was
right,
was.
Imitation
Ladies and
of
I
gentlemen,
think
she
that's what
woke
it
up.
was.
She woke up.
Yeah, that's what it
That's-
was.
Yeah.
It wasn't roots.
Yeah, she,
I knew that.
yeah,
That's it.
she,
I,
she better
I
know
was
it.
saying to
Hold
myself.
up, it wasn't
I was
Roots.
saying to myself when she said it. I was like, "What?"
First of all,
No,
Roots,
Roots, but I grew up watching
You
that.
wasn't, but 77.
But that is in my head.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Roots.
You know what my other one was?
Imitation of Life.
Yeah, it was Imitation Life.
It was Tarzan.
It was closer. She grew up in
Tarzan.
Pittsburgh,
The Tarzan back in
Lies.
the, in the
so it's more white.
The Tarzan that was in 2000 when he was, he was raised by the apes, and then he went to the inner city and came back and they found his. It was a part in the movie
Oh, I remember
when the
this
Tarzan
movie.
when they shot the monkey
Yeah.
gorilla out of the tree, and when he fell down, he went after people to shot. He did
Yeah.
the monkey sounds, and then he said it, but almost he said Papa. He said that was my papa, and it
Aw.
freaking. I cried on that
Oh,
part.
You about
You
to do
still
it
cry
right
now?
now.
Yeah,
You
damn,
watch
you
it?
I feel it, damn.
He's getting like,
Can't take that back.
You know what? See,
take
when
that
I'm
back.
sentimental, they don't care. Tim.
Yeah, you can't
They
take
don't
that
care.
back. This
If I'm
is-
an asshole,
It came out.
Here it
It's,
is.
it's here. You can't take that back.
I'm sorry, but
You can't take that back.
the monkey.
I have an appreciation for you guys now.
What?
I really do. I mean, I did before, but now it's on a whole different level.
Oh,
See,
no,
Based
no,
on
no.
our
no,
movie
no, no,
favorite?
No matter what she said about me.
What I
Hilarious.
said? I
So
have one more question. Can I
okay.
ask one more question?
Another
Sure.
one?
Yeah, because
Okay,
that.
one more question.
I mean,
It
you've
is
been
your
pretty
show.
good. Let's okay.
She does that
Let's see
really
if you
good.
Maybe
three
I'm
for
gonna
three.
leave it at that. No,
See,
I'm
it's
gonna
three
leave
for
it at
three.
that, 'cause- No, I'm gonna leave it.
No, we want to hear this.
Wait, go ahead, Maria.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
They putting the
Oh,
pressure
beautiful
on
eyes.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
see the
too
eyes?
much.
No, really, we really want to hear it.
Yeah, we do want to hear it. We want to hear this shit. Let me hear this song.
You want a drum roll?
Yeah.
I
You
never
get on my
said.
nerves. Tammy,
Yes.
if there were a movie from back in the day,
Oh, okay.
if there were a remake,
Mm-hmm.
and you had the opportunity to play in it, what would it be?
Oh.
A remake
That's
of
a
a
good one.
movie or somebody's
good one.
life.
Oh, either one. That's a good
You know who I want to play? I'd like to play Eartha Kitt.
Oh.
Let's
Oh,
make
you
that
stacking
happen.
like
Wait, and
that?
that's wait. That's up
Oh,
on the
shit.
dance floor, isn't it?
Yeah, on the dance floor. What you mean?
I mean,
Like,
people
is
are
it
looking.
getting
They're
ready to
trying
happen?
to.
Are they doing it?
They're trying to find someone to play
yeah,
Eartha
I think
Kitt.
so. I would like to make an attempt
Eartha
at
Kitt.
that.
I could see you
I
as
can
her.
see you pulling that off.
I gotta see it all because
That's a
Eartha
good
was
one.
banging though. You know
Eartha
that.
was way
She
before
had
her
You gotta
time.
see it all.
It's not a bad statement because she was about to say what I was about to say.
Now
Eartha
she-
Kitt was known for her body. She was a hell of a singer, but she was known for her shape. Because if you don't know Miss Maria, Eartha Kitt was the first Batwoman.
Yes.
The
Did
first
you know
what?
that? Batwoman. Did you know that?
Probably.
So
not.
after
Wait,
you
wait,
got
wait,
my-
wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. The reason
first
why
black
you
woman.
did not know that,
Why?
because she was never a Batwoman. She was the first Catwoman.
Exactly.
That's why you didn't know that.
Damn you, Blue!
That's why you didn't know that.
Blue, you correct
I
me
didn't
off
even
the
catch
camera,
You know
Blue.
what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
keep
yeah.
moving
Thank you,
forward.
Tammy.
I'm trying
thank
to.
you.
I was trying to make sure the reason why she understood.
Tammy, see,
She didn't know that.
Tammy, you see the problem I have? You knew. But Blue, little all of a sudden, encyclopedia
I mean,
ass over
sure,
here,
yeah.
want to
You
go
know
ahead and cause the
She was
truth.
the first Batwoman.
I was like, okay then. All right.
Tammy, I
Tammy,
appreciate
pray
it.
for me.
All right.
Right.
She was,
That's why you didn't know that. So
Yeah.
I got you back. That's why you didn't know that.
Thank you. Okay.
you know, she was really before her time.
was.
She
And
was
That's a
before.
kid.
You know, and grew up like
Marcus. That's
Yes,
what I'll never forget that part.
Marcus.
Do you have any children?
I don't have any kids.
Okay.
No.
Ain't that a shame?
No, it's you.
No, it's a shame because she's beautiful
Yeah,
Thank
but you
you,
committed it
Boo.
to your career.
and talented.
No,
Yeah.
it's not
Like, that's
that.
it.
I
Don't
just,
say that, boo.
Ooh,
You gotta
why?
be careful, man.
Why
The minute
you say she
you
committed to a
Getting ready to
career?
go down that road.
Why you
are.
say
We
she
going
committed
that
to a
way, so
career?
I know,
No,
right?
no. I'm saying that you might have been committed to your career.
I did not meet anybody. I always saw myself having children, but I did not meet anybody.
I thought you had
to-
someone years ago.
Yeah,
Well,
but
she
you know, I
felt
was
it.
very
You didn't know that till she told you.
young.
No.
Exactly. You know, we were really, really young.
We were young.
But that was my first love, though. He was my first love.
All right.
I mean,
Bus
let me
stop
see.
love.
it was. We met each other when we were 12 years old.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we started becoming. We were an item at 16, and we were together for 6 years.
Is your mother and father married?
My mother and father, yes, still married.
How many years?
51.
See,
Oh,
you-
my
see,
God.
you marriage material.
You come from good stuff.
She's marriage material.
So
She
you
come from
believe in
stuff.
love, Tammy?
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
You
Are
have a
you a
boyfriend right now,
romantic?
Timmy?
I am
Hopeless
a romantic.
romantic?
Not hopeless. I'm a grown.
How about
folk
you, Maria?
romantic.
Grown
Maria,
romantic.
I'm a
are
grown
you
folk.
romantic? I never knew that about you. Are you romantic?
I am.
Are you?
She said
Why
that
you
with
looking
a
at his
lie.
side eye?
Damn. She looked at me like, yeah, if he come home with flowers, I am. God.
It was a lot of question marks behind
Yeah,
that.
thank
like,
you, thank you. I am.
When
So,
he
you
asked
know
the
what?
question, I don't know.
Oh, you
what's
think it might
coming
be
next.
loaded, huh?
Oh Lord.
So here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at your history, and man, you do have a history of being good at what you do. There's a break point in between a time that you just like look like you took a break.
I never took a break.
So you never took a break. So
No.
so
That wasn't a break on.
it wasn't a break by choice.
No. Was
Okay.
that during the writer's strike? I don't know when you're talking
Yeah,
about.
2008?
it was
Oh
yeah.
my! It
Bad
changed
year.
the
That
game.
that changed the game.
That
it
changed the whole
did.
game.
You're right.
my
Until you
God.
said that, now that I'm looking at it, it was during that
Yes,
time.
Let me tell you something.
Wow.
So
That was-
back in the day, actors were able to, based on the shows that they would get and a number of times they would test for shows, they would get what they would call your quota.
Right, right.
Get your quote to a certain. I got my quote. Nice.
Yes.
And then that strike happened.
Yeah.
And when I came back and was like, okay, yeah, so this is my quote. They was like,
Wow.
yeah.
You know what, Tammy? That was
This
a
is
setup.
what we giving you.
That was a setup.
Wow.
So they take it or leave
That
it.
was a setup.
For real.
When that,
You know,
when
it's-
that, when that, let me say something on that
Go ahead.
strike.
Okay.
When that strike happened,
Took us all the way
did.
out.
and you know what else it did? First of all, I was working on a show. I was working on a show with just Jordan.
Yeah.
I was doing warm up for that show.
I did an episode on that
That's
show.
why I think, yeah. And I did
Yeah.
this.
You
I was
still
doing
trying
the
to figure out
season.
where you know?
And when it killed the game, it also what Hollywood did, they cleaned their books. There was something else that we used to have back in the day, a holding deal. So if you was a talent,
Yeah, you had
remember
a
those?
holding deal.
If you was a talent that they really
It
liked,
started off at 50,000, then went to 75. I don't know what it is now.
no. But I've known guys that had holding deals up to $300,000.
I said I'm talking about base.
yeah.
I'm talking about base.
But my point being is, when that strike came, they cleaned all the books.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a setup, and that's in Hollywood has not been the same since.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't
It
been.
has
the same.
it
That's
hasn't
a
been the
shame.
same
Yeah,
at all.
all these
And
reality
some of your
TV
good
Yeah.
shows that were out,
I don't think shows even
It
last. Like, you
stopped.
could have like, remember Hill Street Blues back in the day?
Man.
They had like 50
Man.
episodes that they
Man.
did, 50 seasons and stuff. Now it's like you're lucky to get, and it's a successful run if you get 3 to 4 seasons.
Man,
You're good.
you remember the show during the strike? It was a good show. It was called Kane.
yes, I remember Kane.
It was the lead was my man from Law and Order, the Spanish guy from Law and Order,
Oh.
and it was about his family that did
Yeah.
they had sugar canes and they did a rum. Yeah,
yeah.
it was off the chain. The strike
see that.
happened, wasn't brought
Bye.
back at all.
Goodbye.
Like it was a bunch of different things that stopped because of the strike.
And you knew something was up when like you'd have A-list movie people
Yes.
Commercials.
coming into TV and
Man,
commercials.
man.
Because
And
back in the day, there
everybody-
would never be that.
No.
A-list did not want to do no television.
No,
they felt like if you
A-list-
did TV, that was it.
Now
I mean,
it's
you had
all over.
A-list TV people and A-list movie, but never
Right.
they crossed. And then you saw all these people coming out, you know, and coming into television world, and it knocked everybody down a rung. You know what I mean? If you was like a B-lister, then you became a C-lister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It did. It's so funny because I'm watching a show right now on Netflix, Hunters.
Yeah.
And Al Pacino is
It's
on that
it.
show.
Yes.
I'm
It's-
like, I
Is that good?
wonder. I actually like it.
but Netflix
Jordan
is
Peele
paying
is
some
doing
money
that.
though.
Yes,
They're paying
they
some
are.
money, and
They
they're giving creativity
yeah.
to the point where you can like everything. What you couldn't do with the major networks, you're like
Yeah.
open to do
Yeah.
with Netflix. So
Yeah.
going to Netflix ain't a bad move.
No, it's not. You know, their
Did-
whole thing is having a variety of stuff on their, on their platform. So the more stuff they have, the better.
Oh my
Is
God.
Apple going to, because of Netflix, do you think Apple and all them are going to come in
That's
and
what
try
I
to do the same
heard.
thing?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Did you watch a fight this weekend?
I do know I'm not no sports person. I'm okay.
You was
so-
somewhere where a fight was, wasn't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, listen. Okay, so I am a tomboy, but a tomboy that doesn't watch sports.
Wow, that's interesting.
It is interesting
Yeah.
because I'm not really into it like that.
What is your sport?
I don't. If I had to, okay, I like to play it. So if I was
Yeah.
gonna play a sport, it would be baseball.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I would do. But yeah, I'm not.
well,
well, you.
I
could-
knew that
mean,
fight was gonna happen the way it happened.
You know what, man?
Tyson Fury?
I'm really disappointed, though. They fired my boy. And I don't like the fact that they made him their scapegoat, Mark Breland.
Well,
was
that
the
and the
trainer.
outfit. My boy did the outfit.
Oh, for real? Your boy did the outfit?
My boy did. Donato
40
did the
pounds. What
outfit.
was up with that 40 pounds?
It was 40 pounds last time. So what's
Yeah, he
what's
should have
different?
worked a little harder. He should have worked out a little harder.
Ooh, leave my
No,
boy
no,
alone.
no. The bottom line was it was the same fight. He
I'm
don't
saying
know how
the
to
outfit
box.
Had
No,
nothing
you're right,
to do
yeah.
with it. It was the
He don't know how to
boxing. He
box.
should've worked out a
He
little
don't know how to box.
Oh, okay. I don't.
All he know how
Yeah,
to do
he
is throw a
Knock-
hard
knock
hit.
you out.
You know what he do is knock you out, but homeboy never gave him a
But you know
chance to
what's
knock
funny
him out.
about that? As a trainer, you train your guy for 3 months.
Okay.
You got usually 8 to 12 weeks of camp.
Okay.
Now, the problem is, I didn't like the fact that they got rid of Breland because my thing is this. I can train you the way you're supposed to fight for 3 months. But then I had to fight. If you decide to revert back to how you've been fighting, I can't do nothing about
Let me
it.
ask you a question. Can you teach somebody how to box
Yes, you
in
can.
3 months?
Oh, yeah.
3 months.
Once,
Nah,
yeah,
that don't
no,
even
you
sound
can.
like
you
you
can.
can.
No, you
I'm
can.
talking about counters.
Professionally?
The
I'm
reason-
talking about-
No, here's the deal. Because if you already are a boxer,
No, he wasn't a boxer.
no, he's still a fighter. You still got
He was a brawler.
brawler, fighter, whatever. He still was in the ring.
Okay.
He still has, until that last fight, was 42-0. So my point being is,
Plus,
you
he didn't
can't-
go long distance.
Well, I mean, you can't. It's like they say, you can't knock the car because it's a good car. If it's a good car, it's a good car. So if you're knocking people out, that's just how it is.
But if
the
it's
problem
a limit,
is, he has never been in serious trouble like that where he had to revert to a boxing to save him, and that's what the problem was. Now, I believe what I told people is I believe he should take a month off.
longer than that.
No, hear me out. Not fighting. Take a month off and just be home doing nothing. And then when you come back into the gym, we strip you down. We work on your footwork. We take a duct tape. We duct tape your right arm to your body, and you learn how to box a man with one arm for 3 months. Because that's the problem. He had no jabs. He had no hooks. He threw no combinations. And Fury, I don't care if he was white, purple, blue. That guy can box.
He could box.
And he's 6'9".
That's all he learned. How
Like,
to
he's
do.
not-
He come from
So
a
he gotta
family
reach.
and history
Yes.
of boxing.
He's a gypsy that can
6
fight.
generations.
Well, I watched.
Dang.
I wasn't impressed, and it was too much for me. It was.
What
sad.
part was it? The
Yeah, what was
blood?
too
and all
much?
that?
I was just about to
It was
say
just.
the bleed.
It
Was he a
was
bleeder?
It was. It was
It
just.
wa-
And
well,
he
he
looked
hit him
like
in the
he
ear.
was delusional.
He
and
busted his eardrum,
they
so he's
should've
bleeding
stopped
all
it.
in.
Uh-uh.
So
Why
his
they stop
equilibrium.
it? They should've
he's
stopped
a-
it.
They
They
did.
should've
Okay,
stopped it
great.
sooner
But
than they
that's
did,
the
though.
point, Tammy. They got upset with Mark Breland, who was the trainer, for throwing in the towel.
No,
But
he
Breland
should
was
have
like,
done that
look,
sooner.
yeah. Breland was like, yo, my man, you not going to win this fight.
No.
You're going to get damaged.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
why
it
he
was.
saved
It was
Yeah.
hard. It reminded me of, Rocky. Was it? Was
Did you
it
say
number
Rocky?
4? I'm gonna tell you. You remember Rocky? I think it was number
You know
4
that's a
with
movie.
the what?
You know, Rocky was
She
a
know
movie.
it's a
I
movie.
know it's a movie,
Okay, go ahead,
a
keep going.
boxing movie.
Close to Philly. She's from close to Philly.
She's close to Philly.
So it reminded me of the one where the Russian beat Rocky really bad. When I was watching it, just reminded me of that because I felt really sad for him.
So anyway, after
You
the
know
dog
what's
got
so
bitten in the
funny?
ankle,
I'm just now remembering the name of the play we talking about boxing on it. I'm like, oh, the name of the play was She Won't Let Go.
Yes, please.
God dang.
I mean,
She won't let go.
What?
Let me trust you. You said that right. That was, Tim, you all right with us.
What's the name of it?
She Won't Let Go. That was the name of the play.
And that's-
Why do I remember it 10 hours later? That's
Because
what
she
I'm
took a
saying.
long
That's
time to
okay,
tell her
Tammy.
story.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
do you mean by I won't?
Yeah.
What's that mean exactly? You don't even know. He's just talking.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tammy.
I want to thank you for coming
Yes.
on my planet, out of the blue, and having a conversation with us and listening to what we have to say and our opinions on different things. And I definitely want to thank my girl, oh my God, my favorite Leo on the dance floor, Tammy Townsend.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you,
I had fun with
Tammy.
y'all. I
And
did.
you can see every Thursday, ladies
Yes,
and gentlemen,
every
every
Thursday.
Thursday.
A new
Thursday.
episode
You can
drops.
see a new episode, but please go back. It's only
Right.
$4.99.
No, it's just
UMC.
whenever you.
Oh, so once you buy it, you can see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
On,
Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
UMC. It's
UMC.
only
UMC.
$4.99, and
right?
I'm telling you, it's supporting us.
Yes. Please.
We need the support.
And we
More than
and
anything.
Please, and because we want to get somebody that represents.
You know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
that
They're gonna
looks
get somebody like
you
me.
and represents-
Let me tell you something.
Oh, they will
I'm
get
trying
you.
to tell you. I'm
They gonna
trying
bring,
to tell you.
you gonna be on the show?
Hey, look.
Hey, Patricia,
hey,
put him on the show.
Yeah,
hey,
Patricia.
you don't put a song in.
Put us
Take
all
one of
in.
my songs.
Write an episode.
Yeah, one of my songs.
But write an episode with me. I try to choke Maria out. She shoots me. But I was playing with her, and I sue her, and then I get money.
How did we go left?
You know, I had
have
to
no
ask
idea.
you a
Back on
question,
the
and
highway.
you don't have to answer it.
Yes.
Okay, you don't have to answer it.
Yes.
But they were call. They had the singers performing that night at the thing.
Yes.
And they kept calling for this guy, and he didn't show up. And
Oh,
so
direct-
then they had Shanice come up and do her thing.
Yes.
Killed it.
Yes.
And then he came up. Should he have came up? Okay, that's
Okay.
it. You don't have to
Oh,
answer. So, ladies and
wow.
gentlemen, once again, I just want to tell you that this is a beautiful thing. This is out of the blue. My girl, Maria.
Man, she's special, bro. She is mother freaking special, man.
No.
My girl, Maria.
Keep talking. Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay,
I
okay.
want Tammy back. Tammy,
Ma-
you gonna come
Yes,
back?
Yes,
I would
Tammy.
love to
Oh,
come back.
that's family.
Yeah. I am
D
family.
Green.
D Green, D Green.
D Green, where can they get your or they can get it, but what is the next step to your documentary?
On Monday, March the 1st,
Ooh.
we are dropping the new poster, and I am dropping for the first time the 30-second trailer on social media
Okay.
and YouTube. I consulted with somebody tonight that's a big documentary guy, my guy, and he told me that it's not going to hurt the project because I was kind of concerned whether I should drop it. But I know that on Monday we're going to drop the 30-second trailer. We're going to run that for 2 months. And then either May or June, we're going to drop the 2-minute trailer before we have our big screening in Philadelphia in August.
And we're all invited to the big screen.
Maria, you got VIP. Brother Blue, you got VIP. Tammy, you have
sit in the
double
second
It's in-
row.
wait, it's
I'll
in-
sit in the second
He
row.
sure will. Nostril be all on the screen. But when's you don't know when it's gonna be in August sometime?
Yeah,
Wait a minute now, because me and Blue, we do like to celebrate our
Yes,
birthday.
we do.
In
Yes,
a
we
big
do.
way.
And y'all Leos,
so
right?
We are.
That's
so
why we get along. But
okay,
no, on
right.
the real, we're gonna show
Wait,
it.
you a Leo?
No, I'm an
No,
Aries.
he
Oh,
Aries.
okay, then
April
we don't get
9th.
along.
April 9th
No,
is
I'm
his
just joking.
birthday.
No,
Yeah,
April
he-
13th.
Oh,
Okay, so
Because yours was
it's April
No,
9th
no.
his
today.
is the 9th.
yeah, his is the
And
night.
mine's is the 13th. Yeah. But we are going to screen it screen it, and then we're going to come back to LA in early September and have a screening out here.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Blue, you know it's
Tammy,
true.
is
Yes.
you know, ain't no doubt. Tammy, here's a question. What have you done before we go out? Because I just want to know this. What have you done that you wish people would go out to go at least go see, or not go out to go see, but pull it up that didn't get enough daylight?
I have to think about this, honestly.
Because they didn't see all your stuff. I see.
No, it's not that. You know what? I'm gonna say Divas. I did a show called Divas
yeah.
with Lisa Nicole Carson
Yeah.
and Nicole Ari Parker.
Yes.
And it was really good.
It was.
It just showed one time and then it was gone.
Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't
They
like.
canceled it during the commercial?
Oh.
Basically.
Wow.
Basically. That is one that I wish they could have seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can they reach you?
Yeah.
How can it reach me?
Yeah, like how
Social
can they
media.
find you? Like,
Oh
like,
shoot! I'm like, what?
yeah. What's your Instagram?
She
Like,
went
that's-
straight.
I don't want
hood
nobody
on
to
that,
find
like,
me
nigga, I ain't giving
nowhere.
that my phone number. She went right
I don't
after
want
me.
nobody to find me nowhere.
Yeah, ain't
Like,
nobody
Blue,
never
what?
find
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You
This is
asking me?
That's it. Why are you trying to incite stalkers?
Before we get out of here,
Yeah.
I gotta show the chat room some love. They've been killing Dannon all night.
They bitch, thank you, man.
They called this nigga Sonny Lipston.
Oh.
They called this nigga Lipstopher Williams. Spitty Kruger. Spitty D. Williams. Slobby Womack. Spitty Hustle.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, we got more.
I know,
Nigga.
but hold on. Don't say this, Nick. Let's do this next week.
They are so
Whoever
mean on
comes
here.
up
Nigga.
with the best one on me, we'll
I
send
will.
them
I will give you. I will send you
a cup or something.
some out of the blue. You get an out of the blue jacket. You
Yeah.
get some.
Yeah,
Just,
because
yeah.
they're
And a
got you.
shout out.
Hey,
We
we
got
got
you.
Something like that. You need to
genius.
We
shout
got
them
you.
out. Be like,
Yeah,
We
look.
got you.
So
And a big shout out.
Yeah.
And I
Like a
appreciate
heart.
everybody.
I guess
that
Tammy
gets
don't think my
That
jacket's
means
at the
you're
bottom.
watching the show.
No, it's not that. But
No,
I
it's
mean,
a joke.
everybody
It's a
wanna
joke.
know
It's-
awesome.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Hilarious.
Dang.
He said, Speedy D. Williams.
So
Speedy D. Williams.
don't forget my new single, "Can I Work Out With You?" Yes, baby.
Wait a minute. Who did the artwork?
Huh?
You gotta give that person a shout out, brother. That is hot.
That's my boy Lavelle Alexander from Portland, Oregon.
That's nice.
He
I
took
need
a
his
picture of mine and he hand sketched it.
Can he do that for me?
I mean, I don't know if you got the same
for what?
cheekbones and
I know.
You
one
know-
thing. I know one thing though, Blue.
the same dynamics.
Well, you know, Blue, you're right. But I know one thing.
I
He
can't
didn't
say
draw
they're
your
possible,
hands- He
man.
didn't draw your hands right, because your hands don't look no good, nothing like that.
Oh, don't worry about it because
Okay.
it's the same hands over there. But no,
I didn't get that one.
I don't know either. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
messed it up.
once again,
Damn
let's
it.
not forget. Let's not forget
Tammy, don't come
our
back
cruise.
again. Bullshit
I
here.
just got
Let's not
uninvited.
forget Speedy and Friends cruise. The rollout. We're doing it my birthday weekend.
Hey.
So we're going
Which
to
is?
my birthday weekend is August 5th. So it's the first to the third, I believe, or the first to the second. No, first to the third. First to the third, and we're gonna have the blues pajama jam, so everybody has to wear blue.
Butt naked.
We're going to a part of Mexico,
Without the
Ensenada.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Ensenada.
What happened to that coronavirus thing?
Maybe we're going somewhere else. Huh?
What happened?
I know,
What's
we didn't
happening
even
to
talk
Corona
about
thing?
that.
Corona, that's in Asia. What did that have to do with
That's
going
right
to
here in
Mexico?
America. What
Well,
you
you know
talking
there's
about?
a case
Okay.
here in L.A.
There's a few
Okay, so
cases.
y'all
a
afraid.
few
Y'all
now?
just afraid.
Yeah.
There's more cases, but
Yeah.
this is not until August. So if they ain't fixed it by then something ain't right.
We dead already.
Let's hope we
Something ain't right.
I know.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't need to stay home like y'all do. Anyway, we done been somewhere and seen some things. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Blue Mitchell. You have just witnessed Out of the Blue, and we are out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, Maria, D. Green,
D Green.
and our wonderful favorite host, Tammy Townsend.
Tammy Townsend.
And you're listening to Can I Work Out With
Give me some weight.
You? You never heard it?
I don't like to go to the gym, baby, but I like working out with you, darling.
Take a picture.
I can get
like
my
this.
sweat on every night and day. Can I work out with you, baby?
I'm home singing this shit now, Blue.
Can I work out with you, darling?
Oh, Lord. Keep it down.
I don't like to do push-ups, pull-ups, or anything physical other than you, baby. I can get my muscles pumped up, oh, my muscles pumped up with you, baby.
All right, so look at the question. What made you? I
Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do.
Okay, start over.
Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. I don't wanna sweat at all unless it's you and me getting it and do a rewind. Oh, can I work out with you, babe? I can get my muscles pumped up. Oh, my muscles pumped up with you, baby. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. All I'm gonna do. All I'm gonna do, yeah. One and two and breathe. Oh, one and two and breathe. One and two and breathe. Oh, one and two and breathe. One and two and breathe. Oh, one and two and breathe. One and two and breathe. One and two and
It stopped.